Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
I just got three things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
Are you ready?
It's showtime, everybody! Showtime!
It's awesome!
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
Welcome to the fucking show.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome again to another episode of Magnificent. I have the 6'7", 344-pounder strongman, Mr. Big Jaws, Jake Wagner, back on the show again today. Jake, we were at the bar, and it was the theme was love stinks. You know, so it was for all the single people.
Didn't feel like it.
Yeah, it was something else. I mean,
there was somebody who just got a divorce, so congratulations to you, I guess.
Yeah. But dude, I mean, first of all, I was like, you know what, let's get out of here. Let's go record a podcast. And why not? I was like, I got a couple of beers in the fridge. So we got our koozies. He's got my old radio station, 96.9 WBTI. Check it out. It's in Port Huron. So if you're ever in the Port Huron area, definitely check out that pop station. It's a pretty good one. I used to work on the country station.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking
Yeah,
about
10, what was it? 107. Yeah, 107.1. Q Country 107. That's what it was. Yeah, it was Q Country 107. So, but yeah, I mean, gotta rep them because they got me my start and they taught me a lot and it was a good time. It was a really good time to be part of that whole crew and in that whole group. I mean, a lot of people have moved on, but a lot of people are still there. Definitely want to interview the main guy that's there, Matt Markham. He's on the morning show, I still believe. But yeah, he's like the main man, and he's a really good dude. So I hope to get him on here. But with that being said, let's crack open these cans. Ready? Ooh, that was nice.
I like it.
That was nice. Cheers, brother. Gotta love beer. If you don't like beer
season.
Yeah, beer season.
Beer
He's got the shirt. Absolutely love that.
Even my phone case is camo. I planned it.
Yeah. So you're a big country kind of dude. Is there? I mean, we talked about mainly strongman stuff last time you were on here.
Yeah. I just had a show or a competition.
That's right, you did. Yeah.
So yeah, and that went well. So
yeah,
that was a good one.
Yeah. What place did you come? I mean, it wasn't the amateur, was it? Or
the one before the podcast I was last on was what's called the novice division for the heavyweight, and I won that one. And I just recently did one again in October. And that was my first take at what's called the open men's super heavyweight. So for the open division, there's lightweight, middleweight, heavyweight, super heavyweight. And that's where I sit at with like heavyweight, I think it's like 275. And then super heavyweight is basically anything over that at that point.
Right. And, you being at 344 pounds, a solid mass, absolute solid mass of a guy, and, I don't know if I said this on the last episode, but, when we first met, you were just kind of this intimidating presence. It was during 4th of July.
Yes.
And, you, like I said, you were an intimidating figure. You we're kind of just standing there, and I was like, you know what? I got to meet this dude. I'm like, this guy is gigantic, right?
Yeah.
And so I immediately was like, all right, I got to, just come up with something. So immediately I go up to him and I say, how tall are you?
Classic.
Yeah. Which we had a guy come over to us and he asked how tall he was.
People are
And
curious.
yeah, I mean, everybody's curious. So, Harley's shaking off her little bell.
I love that we can hear that.
I know. Yeah. So, but we were standing there and I go over to you and I go, how tall are you? All of a sudden you go 6'7". I go, holy shit. I was like, this guy's going to be my best fucking friend. And of course, what happened? We what was it? A few months later, we have a guys' night, and we walk into this bar, and everybody just looks right over and just thinks like, "All right, who's famous?"
Yeah. You got a bunch of short friends, and then there's me.
Right, exactly. Everybody's about what, like how tall is Chris and Parker? Parker, I feel like is taller than me.
Yeah.
Kyle and I were the same height.
Yeah.
So
I think he's got to be at least 6 foot, maybe. Not you? I don't know.
I don't know, maybe.
I don't know.
But you got guys that are like at least maybe 5'11", 6 foot, somewhere around there, and then you got you 6'7", just towering over us.
Yep.
So, but back to what you were saying with your last competition,
Mhm.
right? You had what was it called?
So that the novice division
Novice, that's what it was.
the one I did in May, before the first podcast I was on. Novice is basically just for beginners. So if you've never done it before, you just do as many novice shows as you feel comfortable.
Right.
And then obviously, having won the novice division for heavyweight, novice only does lightweight, heavyweight, compared to open that has like many different categories. And having won the novice heavyweight, my coach and the guys that I train with at the gym look at me and they're just like, no more novice. Because it's like after you win it, you need to move on. You need to move forward to bigger and better things and start taking this shit more seriously. So it's like, all right, next show I do, I'm going to do the open and see how I do. Granted, I wasn't necessarily feeling like I was ready for like how heavy the weights are in the open super heavyweight.
Mm.
So it's just, but at that point I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll find a show that I like the events in and that the guys in my group are doing, and I'll just do it. Just fucking do it just to see how I do. See who I'm competing against. See the type of guys I'm competing against. And the guys I'm competing against, they're all good guys. They're all fucking crazy strong. Like shit. One of the guys in my gym is deadlifting almost over 1,000 pounds. And he's shit. The other day he was repping out 700 for 5 reps on a deficit deadlift, which that means that you're elevated.
Yeah.
And it's like, Jesus Christ. So there's some crazy guys out there. And it's just like, that's what I got to start competing against. That's what I start training for.
So what did you compete in? What weight class?
It was the open super heavyweight.
Super heavy. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then what place did you come in on that?
Shit, I think I came in like 10th place on that one.
Which, how did you feel about that? You came in 10th place. You're kind of a rookie in a sort of sense, compared to these other guys. I mean, what was like your reaction to it?
I wasn't entirely surprised at first, if I'm being honest, just because I didn't know who I was going up against. I didn't know if I was going to do good. I wasn't necessarily confident in certain events, but other events, I was just like, all right, this is what I want to accomplish for myself. Like, do I expect myself to necessarily win this? No. And I was being realistic the whole time. So it's like, all right, what do I want to accomplish for myself?
Mm-hmm.
what do I expect to get from this out of myself? Not necessarily to beat somebody else, but to just do better for myself.
Mm.
And that's what I did. We had a deadlift event. I hit a huge deadlift PR for that one, which we were doing elephant bar against or with tires, so like tractor tires sort of thing.
Okay.
And I hit 650 pounds. I was like, that's fucking great. I'm proud of myself for that. I attempted 7. I didn't get 7, but I was like, all right, I still got the 650. I was proud of myself.
Yeah.
And then one of the other events that really grabbed my attention is called the Viking press.
Oh, of course, because you love Vikings. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, that grabbed my attention. I was like, all right, cool. I don't understand why it's called the Viking press necessarily, but whatever. I think that one was like 400 pounds. Like the math behind how that thing works and how like the setup works is really weird. So I was like, I can't even overhead press the axle bar at 300 pounds. How am I going to do 400 or whatever it was?
Right.
And, but then I was able to do it in training. So I was like, all right, let's shoot for like 3 reps in comp. Maybe I'll do good. Maybe I'll be proud of myself. I ended up hitting 6. I was like, all right, that's great. I did better than I thought I would.
Yeah.
Just each event, it was just something that I wanted to do better for myself, and that was about it.
Okay.
So,
well, and what would you say is your next competition like that you're aiming for?
I don't really have one entirely set right now. I think I'm gonna look at Great Lakes Strongest Man. I think that one's in September. I don't think they posted anything just yet.
Okay.
So I'm gonna wait, see if they post something. But right now, because I'm sticking with open super heavyweight, I'm gonna take as long of an off season as I need to, just to prep and prepare myself and just get stronger.
Yeah. And your weight has increased. I mean, you were you were 337 for a while. Now you're 344 pounds. And we discussed this at the bar. And we were talking about how, you look good. You got the size and you got the mass for it. And I was like, do you think, that muscle has do you think that was muscle or whatever? And I forget what your response was.
Well, basically, so with strongman is you do have to have a certain amount of fat percentage on you. I forget who said it, but somebody in a documentary that I was watching about strongman has stated you cannot win World's Strongest Man with a 6-pack. You cannot.
Right.
There's just so much strain against you that if you just have a low amount of body fat percentage, it's not gonna help you. You can do a lot of these events, but you're not gonna win World's Strongest Man. So you have to have a little bit of fat on you. It helps you in certain events, and it just helps you tolerate a lot of the weight. But yes, a lot of it is muscle. You do need a lot of muscle. And I do think I put on a lot more muscle than fat, which is good because then I would end up feeling like dog shit all the time.
Right, absolutely. I mean, it's also cardio too. So you're doing
cardio than I thought.
Yeah, so you're doing a whole lot more cardio, and you're, and you were saying how like if I was at your weight,
yeah,
it would not look good. I'm 215, right?
I would be scared for you.
Yeah. Right. So, I mean, I'm 215 and I'm a good size 215.
Yeah.
And, working out and stuff like that, your working out is way different than mine, of course. But, I look at it to where, I just want to look good come summertime or when we come into our Florida vacation.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to look good with my shirt off. That's really it. I just want to look muscular. I'm a stocky guy to where it's like, it just looks good. Like I was telling you about how Hulk Hogan, back in the day, he was, granted, there were steroids being used, but,
there always is.
right. So, but the thing is like he he was just a massive guy. Of course, he was really tall, but you look at those guys, and they were just they were stocky dudes.
Yeah.
And to where with myself, I can say I'm not. I don't think I'll ever be just a slim, skinny, muscular dude. Maybe there's a possibility there that could happen, but the thing is one, I love food.
Yeah. Don't we all?
Yeah, I love food, and it's like, if you can give me a woman that loves to cook, I'm not saying, misogynistic kind of way, but
No.
like if they, like I know I can cook, and so it's like if you give me a woman that can cook as well as, me cooking and everything like that, it's like shit, I'll be happy,
There's nothing wrong with a woman who can cook.
Absolutely not.
You've been living on your own for so long, you know how to cook.
Exactly. You can cook a nice meal. I mean, shit, when I make a little bit of spaghetti, I put some D. Martin, some Frank Sinatra on, and I feel like a full-on blooded Italian. No shit. Like, I pour myself a little glass of red wine, too. Like, one night, I made myself a little bit of salad. Or actually, it wasn't a little bit, but I made a big bowl of salad. Yeah, salad. What was it? I was telling my grandmother on the phone today. I said, cooking, or no, who did I talk about? Oh, I was talking to my grandfather. Never mind. I was talking to my grandfather, my papa be rad. I was telling him, I was like, cooking spaghetti and meatballs, or spaghetti and meat sauce and all that fun stuff, having the meat in there and everything. I was like, having spaghetti and salad or any type of Italian dish and salad is like putting chocolate syrup on ice cream or putting whipped cream on ice cream. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
It just goes together.
Yeah.
And after, drinking wine and stuff like that, same thing. You have a little, whatever your preference is. You have a glass of red wine, right? It can be Cabernet, it can be a red sweet wine, or I wouldn't even say red sweet wine, because red sweet wine is a certain taste. But if you have like a semi-sweet that tastes like grape juice,
yeah,
it tastes really good with spaghetti for sure. But again, it's always a good pairing.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
we're a white wine household.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah, I mean, we've had a couple red wines, but they were never good. So maybe we just didn't find the right one.
See, I never really liked red wine, only because at church and stuff like that, when you do communion, they would always give you like Cabernet.
Really?
Yeah, that's why it was so
bitter. How did you figure that out?
Because it was always so bitter.
Ah, well, it's supposed to be blood, so.
Yeah. So, but with the
blood's bitter,
right? But with the with I never really liked red wine until I did some wine tastings and realized that there's all types of different kinds of wine. There's there's the sweet wine, there's and that can go in both red and white. And if you look at like Chardonnay is a white wine, but it's very bitter.
Yeah.
Right. So you look at those types of wines, and it's like, you get a whole different kind of, taste to it, because some are bitter, some are sweeter, some are even fruity, and I'm more of like a sweet, fruity kind of guy, to where like I want to enjoy it.
Yeah.
A little bit of tart doesn't really bother me.
Yeah.
As long as it has that flavor to it, I'm happy with it.
Yeah. My mom found this one wine. It was like an apple wine.
Oh.
And the best part about this apple wine is it didn't give off that like tart aftertaste, or that even the alcoholic taste. Like it just tasted like apples.
Yeah, it was that fruity wine.
Delicious.
Yeah, it was that fruity wine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's really, really good.
Yeah.
So
yes, men drink wine.
Yeah, and if you're a man that drinks wine, you're a classy dude. You're a very classy dude. And
even if you're a big dude, you're still classy.
You're still classy. So put those pinkies up. Yeah. So, but like I said before, I'm a stocky guy. I love food.
Yeah.
I enjoy food, and it's like, but I also know that I'm a stocky guy. Like my genes are stocky. My dad has broad shoulders. My uncle has broad shoulders. And we're all, I come from that line of stocky guys.
Yeah.
And so, I'm not gonna be that slender, kind of, ripped dude. Like if you look at my dad, he's a big dude. He's a stocky guy.
No, I
You
don't
look
think
at
I
my
met
uncle,
your dad.
huh?
I don't think I met your dad.
No, I don't think you have.
Yeah,
I don't think you have.
but
But
realistically, we live in Michigan.
yeah,
Even if you were like slim and whatever, like it's
hard.
it's only gonna last like 2 months.
Exactly, and we did discuss that at the bar to where
we discuss a lot at the bar.
we did. A lot of good conversation happens at the bar, and I really feel like microphones should be allowed at the bar.
You
So
just
that
walk in with this whole fucking
I know,
setup, and
right.
you're just like, what are you doing? I don't know. We might have a nice conversation. I just want to start recording it. You know,
Mhm.
just pull out your phone, just like, how you doing?
Right, exactly. So if it can record without the music playing in the background and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, you've never met my dad, but one day I would like you to, and just kind of, because he's always been that big guy.
I kind of want to see what your dad would say once he saw me.
I know what my grandmother would say.
I kind of want to hear this.
Yeah, so my grandmother, I've been telling her about you and about your size, how big you are and stuff like that. And I've shown her pictures and her response every time, she's like, holy shit.
I'm a nice subject to talk about.
It is. It really is. It's a good conversation piece for sure.
Okay.
But, when we were at the bar, I mean, so there was this Valentine's Day kind of theme. What was it, last weekend?
2 weekends ago, I think.
2 weekends ago.
Yeah.
Now this weekend they had this anti-Valentine's Day theme. It was like love stinks,
Yeah, there was a lot of hearts and shit emojis.
Yeah. So I mean, and it was supposed to like embrace singleness, but I'm gonna be honest, it was depressing.
Yeah, it was kind of depressing. There was a lot of couples there, which don't get me wrong, nothing against couples. I'm happy for you guys. I embrace you guys. There was a lot of females really supporting each other on divorce. I mean,
Was that before I got there?
yeah, pretty much. There was a lot going on. And I'm just like, if you're happy about if you had a bad marriage, like a completely bad marriage, good. I'm glad you got out of it. I'm very happy you got out of it. Honestly, I'm very old fashioned though. I'm very old fashioned. Like if you just get into an argument or some shit and you're just like, I want a divorce, it's like, no, let's work through this.
Yeah.
Like till death do us part.
Right.
Like you're making a promise to God or whoever you look up to, like whatever. Like just stick it out. Like figure shit out. Like obviously if you got an abusive husband or an abusive wife, get the fuck out of there. Like
right.
I'm not telling you to stick through that. No, fuck no. But yeah.
Yeah, and it was just weird because I'm looking around and I'll be honest, as a guy, a lot of fine senoritas.
Yes.
A lot of good eye candy to look at.
Yep, and they do it on purpose.
But just but anyway, and the thing is like, we were just kind of just chilling there and everything, but I was just it just I don't like how I really don't like how this bar and I won't name the bar, but I don't like how this bar does different themes and it favors the women.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like,
well, the problem is the last few themes that this particular bar did were aimed towards women, which I mean, I guess that's the majority of your income.
Correct.
Guess.
I mean, you get the. So. I mean, if you've ever watched Bar Rescue, right, and they focus on women, you get women in there, you will get men in there, you know, and it's always that way.
For like every one female, you get like 5, 10 men.
Correct.
Some shit like that.
Correct. I mean, they've even said like back in the 80s, like say with like Motley Crue, right? They would have majority of their people that would come to see them women because they were, let's be honest, good looking guys. You know, like Vince was a good looking dude back in the day, right? And so the women would automatically be attracted to the guys and be appreciative of how they would do their makeup and stuff like that. And the guys would come because the girls would go. And then the guys would be like, oh, damn, these guys are actually really good.
Yeah.
You know, and they would listen to music and they'd be like, damn, these guys are really good.
Yeah.
So, you know, you in a bar situation, you know, you have women come and men will follow.
Yeah.
Which means more money. Yeah. Which totally is understandable.
Especially when you like have a discount for females, but then charge men full price.
Correct. Correct.
I don't blame you in the business aspect of it. Good for you.
Well, I mean, they have $5 beers and a $5 coverage.
Yeah.
Not that bad.
No, that's not bad at all.
But my thing is why do a door coverage?
I don't know.
That's the big question right there. If you're going to be making money automatically by bar sales, why do a coverage?
Like any bar, not necessarily this particular one?
Correct. I mean, another bar.
Some bars are like $10. Like,
exactly. Damn. Yeah. $10 coverage and everything. But I want to know, I honestly wonder, why do a coverage? Now, granted, I'm not a businessman, nor am I a bar guy.
I mean, at the same time, you can't always expect people to drink. Yes, you're coming to a bar, you're expected to drink, whatever. But maybe you're just there to socialize. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're sober. Maybe you're sober.
I mean, even if you're a DD, that's still sales.
Yeah.
You know, if you get a Coke or something like that, or, you know.
I mean, I would just get a water at that point.
Yeah. And some people do that. The one girl that I brought, she's actually, I think she's allergic to beer or alcohol.
Isn't that Ashley?
No.
She is.
Is she really?
Yeah. Which is hilarious based on how much she drinks.
Right.
She keeps telling me she's allergic to types of alcohol. It's like,
which makes sense because her mom is.
Yes.
Her mom's allergic to alcohol.
Yeah.
So, which, you know, nothing's wrong with, you know, not wanting to drink because you're allergic to it.
No.
You know, you get a rash or whatever. But, you know, but this girl, I forget what she said, but this girl had some type of, I don't know if it was a side effect or something, but she just couldn't drink, right? So she would order water when going to this bar. And so it was interesting to talk with her and kind of get an understanding of why she gets like water instead of alcohol or even a soda, you know?
Yeah.
Or as we Michiganders like to say, pop.
I never got into that. If I really want to fuck with somebody, I just say soda pop.
Soda pop, yeah.
Because I don't care. I really don't.
Oh my
It's
God.
either soda or it's soda pop.
Okay. I'm taking off
It's not that kind of show, I promise. It's not that kind of show.
No, it's not. This belt buckle is digging into my stomach. I'm like leaning over to lean into the mic and it's killing my stomach.
Yeah.
For those that know what belt buckles feel like, you know what the pain is. So we're going to drop that down. Drop it like a drop of mic.
Drop it hot.
Yeah, drop it like it's hot. But, yeah, again, like, you know, these themes that they would focus to women and like all of us guys would be like, so what do we wear?
Yeah, because there was one that was just like, oh, come in your, I think it was like a fancy event and come in your best black dress.
Yeah, it was New Year's. It was New Year's. It was black dress.
Yeah. Granted, yes, the outfit for the man is kind of like, all right, it's black dress, so that means black pants, black shoes, white shirt, black suit coat, or whatever.
Yeah.
Certain outfits are necessarily implied for men.
Correct.
But you can still tell us. It's kind of nice to feel included.
It's nice to be known. You know,
we're still here.
Yeah.
Despite feminism.
Yeah. Yeah, feminism is something else.
Ugh, feminism.
No, and the thing is like I was telling you, like Lizzo came on and we were talking about how, Lizzo, granted, Lizzo is an amazing artist. I would
Yeah.
say so.
She's a good singer.
She's a good singer. She's a good artist.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
But like you were saying, in your words, what did you say?
Not necessarily Lizzo specifically, but like she is one example of artists who are promoting obesity. Maybe not directly, but they're not body shaming. They're promoting like embracing who you are, embracing being big. And it's like, no, you shouldn't do that. You like, yes, take pride in yourself. Don't hate yourself. But at the same time,
Love yourself.
love yourself. Be healthy. Don't say I'm fat, I'm juicy, I'm proud of myself and get fatter. No. Like be happy with yourself. Embrace yourself. Lose weight if you can lose weight. I get it. It's hard. It's difficult. It's a long journey.
But also eat healthy. It's not like, eat cheeseburgers and stuff like that. Like
certain things, figure out what you can cut out and be happy to cut it out. Like you don't have to have a donut a day. You can cut that out. Like I don't know. I just made something up. I don't know.
Yeah. But again, like, and we're not being misogynistic, and we're not being
Guys can do it too. Guys need to lose weight
exactly.
too. There
are guys out there that are very heavy and very unhealthy, and we're not saying, dude, get a six pack. We're not saying,
No,
dude,
fuck that.
We're not saying, dude, you gotta, lose a bunch of weight to be an attractive dude. Like, we're not saying that at all.
No.
We're saying try and
Be healthy.
Be healthy. You like
can still
don't try and focus on dying young.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like there's a difference between anorexic and obesity. Find that middle ground.
There's a way bigger line to that.
There's a way bigger line.
There's a way bigger kind of like outlook on that to where, you're skinny and you can see your bone and then you got rolls on rolls on rolls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And don't get me wrong, I'm a big dude. I'm not something to necessarily be proud of right now, but I have a goal. I'm going towards something. And as soon as I realize that I'm being unhealthy with it, I fix it. Also, I don't eat 20 fucking cheeseburgers a day. I probably could. But it's one of those things where it's like I'm making specific choices. I'm making healthy choices. I do eat a lot because I have to, because it's what I'm doing for strongman.
But it's also fuel because you're working out.
Yeah, I'm lifting 100 times harder than the average person at a gym. So it's fuel for what I'm doing. If I was doing this shit and not working out, that'd be a problem. That'd be a major problem. I would hope my friends and my family would stop me from doing this. But because I'm working out as heavy and as hard as I am, it's not that bad.
Right.
It may sound bad, but it's not.
Right. I mean, I looked at it to where like I was eating, a lot of food, and that was back in high school days.
Mm-hmm.
When I was hitting the weight room hard. Then when I stopped working out and I still kept eating that way,
Mm-hmm.
I started gaining fat and I started not looking so healthy.
Yeah, because people don't realize the best way to lose weight is to lift weight.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of where that kind of evens out. And no, if you go to the gym, you're not going to look manly for all the females who are just like, I don't want to look manly.
Yeah.
You won't.
Yeah.
You know how much time and effort and everything else that you have to put into to look manly.
I mean, I'll tell you this. So like my stepsister, right? She is in weightlifting.
Mm-hmm.
She competes and stuff like that for her school.
Oh, does she do powerlifting?
Yeah, that's what it is. Powerlifting.
There is a difference between powerlifting and strongman.
Yes.
Continue.
So anyway, she does powerlifting.
Yeah.
And, just last night, I came over to, do laundry and stuff like that. For, pretty much the apartment that I live in says that I got to pay to use the washer and dryer in the unit. I'm a cheap ass. I'm gonna be honest.
Mom and dad.
So I go to my, mom and dad, knowing that it's free and I can get my laundry done. So, but besides the point. So I came over and I was doing laundry, and she was like in these shorts,
Mm-hmm.
and her thigh muscles were like popping,
Nice.
right? And I'm like, let me get a leg flex. So she flexed her legs,
Yeah.
I was like, fuck yeah, girl. Like that's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And no, does she look manly? Absolutely not. Does she look fit? Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy that she's, she wants to be healthy and she wants to lift weights and she wants to be this person that's not only strong, has muscles, but she can be feminine as well.
Yeah.
You look at I don't know, do you know who China is from WWE?
I'd have to see a picture. I'm better with pictures than I am with names.
Yeah. Hold on, I'll look up a picture. But anyway, with her, she was humongous,
Mm-hmm.
right? She was jacked,
Yeah.
right? And everybody was like, whoa. And even she was on Howard Stern.
Mm-hmm.
And Howard Stern was like, oh, so you got a penis?
Come on, Howard. Probably does.
No, she was full on feminine.
Yeah.
She was full on feminine. But like if you look at these photos,
oh Jesus,
muscular,
yeah,
right? Like just absolutely muscular.
Yeah.
But
she's one of the older wrestlers. That's why I don't remember.
Right. Yeah, she was when it was WWF. But again, she's muscular. She looks feminine. Granted, she didn't look so feminine in the beginning of her career, like this one.
Yeah.
Or that one.
I mean, there's levels to it.
Correct.
And again, she puts in so much time, effort, and work. Probably steroids. And
I don't know.
Maybe. To look like that. And she tried to look like that. If you don't try to, you're not going to.
Right. And
just work out.
Yeah, and I've seen, different women at the gym that, work out and everything, and some are just trying to get healthy and some are trying to, mold their bodies to become a way that they want, you know. And nothing's wrong with having a certain goal, like sometimes I look at myself in the mirror and I say, "Oh, my arms are, a little too small." And now you could say that's, body dysmorphia.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say that. I look at myself and I say, I'm happy with who I am.
Yeah.
Right. But then again, as a person that wants to mold themselves into, looking a certain way, I wouldn't say it's body dysmorphia. It's like, all right, my arms are looking smaller. Time to hit the gym and work, say like my biceps, right? My biceps, I could say like, they're not that big enough, right? I could say, all right, time to hit the gym and do X amount of bicep workouts.
Ironically, one of the better ways to build your biceps is actually to do back workouts.
Yes, absolutely.
Just doing curls really actually doesn't really do much.
Right. So I do, curls and whatnot, but I also do back workouts, which helps. That's why, we were talking with the bodybuilder at the bar, and, he was saying, about how, you want to, do X amount of workouts and stuff like that. But also, a lot of bodybuilders that I've talked to and a lot of people that are into fitness, they always say, you want to work out your biceps and back because it works, because you're pulling and everything like that. Yeah. And then triceps and chest because you're pushing. Yeah. So you're working out those types of muscles.
Yeah.
Back
and by, chest and try.
Absolutely. And then, it's funny because then, where are your shoulders? Where are your legs? Well, then put those together kind of thing, So which is what I do.
Yeah.
That way you're working, your shoulders and you can work on your traps and whatnot. But you can also work on your calves, your hamstrings and your glutes. Yeah. So, and doing that kind of thing. So, but, with all that, we're not body shaming.
No, not at all.
At all. We're not body shaming at all.
I mean, we ain't the sexiest motherfuckers in the world. No.
I mean, I'm pretty sexy.
I mean, I am too. We love ourselves.
Exactly.
That's how it is.
Exactly.
So we're not body shaming. Just take pride in yourself.
Yeah.
don't be obese. Don't be anorexic. Just take pride in yourself. Be healthy. Be happy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But again, with Lizzo, trying to do that, I just kind of look at it and I'm like,
I mean, even Megan Thee Stallion was doing the same thing, but I'm pretty sure she lost weight too.
I don't even know.
Like, now she's like the queen or some shit of Planet Fitness.
Oh, is she really?
I don't know. One of them did a commercial for Planet Fitness, and it was really weird.
Yeah. I mean, Planet Fitness, don't get me wrong.
I don't like it.
Planet Fitness, if you want to work out and you want to go to a gym with a fair price and you want to, get some cardio in and stuff like that, lift some good weight, go and do that.
Yeah.
With me, I like lifting heavy stuff.
Yeah.
I've always done it. I like doing it. So I go to Crunch, and it's usually around the same price as Planet, but it gives me better options to lift heavier weight. And then if I got to bail, if I'm lifting a heavy weight and I got to bail and drop them, I'm not going to get penalized for it.
Not with the lunk alarm. You might get that
exactly
obnoxious, ignorant person who's like, don't drop the weights.
No, you don't get that. Because
depends on where you're at sometimes.
Exactly.
Apparently he's not getting it, which is good.
Yeah, I'm not. I
have respect for your fellow gym goers.
Exactly. If they got to bail, they got to fucking bail, or else they're going to get hurt.
Mind your damn business.
Yeah, that too.
That was Joey Swole. That was what I was quoting right
there. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that the guy that says, go to the fucking gym?
No, that's somebody else.
Oh, okay.
No, Joey Swole.
Is that the...
He's bald. And I think he's a bodybuilder. He wears a hat, and it's kind of fun. He's got made fun of for wearing a hat because he has so much space in there still between his head and his hat. I don't know. It's weird. Anyways, I know him from TikTok, and he gets tagged in a lot of gym related videos, especially with like females who are trying to gym shame guys or whatever you want to call it. And they're just like, oh my God, this guy's staring at me. He's watching me. He's trying to talk to me. It's like, you're posting a video for people to watch and look at you. First of all, why are you getting creeped out by some dude watching you at the gym? And he's probably not even watching you. He's probably looking past you.
Correct. Yeah. Because I'll be honest.
You guys tell me. I'm looking at the lampshade, or not the lampshade while I'm stupid. I
was about to say there's no lamp.
the shade for the window, whatever this is. But from your perspective, I'm looking at Matt.
Right.
But I'm not. I'm looking past him.
Right. And with that, I mean, that makes sense. Another thing is like majority of, okay.
There are creeps out there. Don't get me wrong.
There are creeps. But the thing is like if you're walking around and and you're looking good, for me, I'll look, I'll appreciate, and then I'll go back to my workout. I'm not going to stare at you or anything like that. It's like I'll look, because more than likely they're wearing like neon, so it's like it catches your eye, right? Or if you see somebody that's lifting, weight and I don't know, if they just have a good figure, I think that it's overall, it's going to be something to where, it will automatically catch your eye and you're just going to be appreciative. You're going to be like, yeah, good for you kind of thing. So
like guys shouldn't have to like cover themselves every time a girl's at the gym. Like that's not cool.
Yeah. I mean, we appreciate. I know for myself, I look and I appreciate, and then I get back to my workout, get focused, and get my workout done.
Yeah.
If
you're standing there drooling like a fucking creep, then that's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a problem. But if you're over there doing a bodybuilding pose practice in the mirror, and I just so happen to notice, like, don't get mad because somebody looked at you. Like, you're posing. You're doing a bodybuilding pose or some shit. I don't know.
Right.
Like, don't get mad.
Hell, I think it's kind of funny. The amount of times that I look at women, I look at men too.
Yeah, there's also that. It's like men appreciate men at the gym. Like you're gonna go up and be like, God damn, dude, you're lifting heavy weights, or your biceps are looking good, or shoulders, your back's looking big. Like
we appreciate.
The difference is guys can approach guys and not feel shamed.
Right.
A guy cannot approach a girl and be like, oh my God, like
you look great.
You look good. like you'll be considered a creep.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like a compliment nowadays is something that um like I don't know what it is, but it's like if a guy, oh, hi Harley. So anyway, like I was saying, if a guy goes up to a woman and nowadays, wants to compliment the other, person, I know. She wants to say hello. I feel like this is a common. Oh, there she goes. It's honestly hilarious. Just having her like in front of the camera and just kind of watching herself. Oh, shit, that's funny. But anyway, so she'll.
Can I pick you up? Are you gonna
No,
you don't like that?
she doesn't like this being touched, except for like she likes that. Yeah. Here, hold on. Hey. Come on. This is great. All right, I know. I know.
Okay.
So anyway, like I was saying, like if a guy goes up to a girl and and compliments her and says, you look great, you're doing, keep doing your thing and stuff like that, she'll find, I don't know if she'll find it, complimentary or if she'll find it creepy.
Mm-hmm.
If a guy goes up to another guy and says, "Hey man, you're doing great, keep up the good work" and stuff like that, and she's back on the table. But if she, or if the guy goes up to another guy and says, you're doing great, keep doing what you're doing, then she's gonna or the guy's gonna automatically be like, "Thanks, bro, appreciate it." The high five,
Yeah.
Fist bump or whatever, right? That's just that.
Yeah.
So, but with all that, I don't know. It just fascinates me to where just how different people react to certain situations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, but how long? So let me ask you this:
Yes.
how long have you been single? If you don't mind me asking.
I don't mind you asking. It's just a depressing answer.
It is. It is.
I've been single my whole life, realistically.
Really?
Yeah. Just, I don't know. Every girl I've been with, it was always short term, and it wasn't. I don't know if it was necessarily my fault at the time. I definitely thought it was. Maybe that's just because how she made me feel. She made me feel it was like my fault.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It just didn't. None of it felt right. None of it felt like maybe I was trying too hard to make it a relationship or show her that I care, and that was too much for her at the time or whatever. But just I've yet to find the right girl, especially one who is ready for an actual relationship. So I don't know. Yeah.
So, you said short term. So how long has it been? Or how long was your last relationship?
I think my longest relationship was a month.
Dude, what?
Yeah.
When was that?
That was that was probably 5 years ago.
5 years ago?
Yeah, probably. Like I said, it's a very depressing answer.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is that just my heart goes out to you. Really, it does.
Thank you.
Because you're a good dude.
Mm-hmm.
You're a good, caring guy, and for someone to not appreciate that, it just breaks my heart. Because knowing, I mean, granted, I'm a guy, so I can appreciate our conversations and stuff like that, and but if you look at the kind of guy that you are and what you stand for and everything, you're just a good dude all around, and that I think I would hope that women would appreciate.
Yeah.
So let me get her off the table.
Hopefully she stays off this time.
I know. Sorry, baby. But yeah, I mean, my longest relationship lasted for about a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
That was about 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I've dated on and off.
Yeah. I've had dates myself.
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
they never felt right. And what do I mean by that? I guess I mean like this is where a lot of people would think I might be picky, which I don't think I'm picky. I just know that what I'm looking for in a relationship, I know what I want out of it from her side and my side. It's like
This is absolutely hilarious. This is probably the most times that she has, like, honestly gotten on the table. Do I have to put you in the room?
I think she's aware that I'm not a cat person, so she's trying to like.
That could be it.
cute.
But if you notice, she's rubbing more on me.
Well, she was rubbing on me a little bit.
So,
For those of you who don't know, I am not a cat person at all. Do I hate cats? No.
No.
I do not hate cats. I don't have a problem with this cat other than the fact that she's disturbing the video. But it's kind of cute. It's kind of funny.
she's an attention whore.
Yeah. But I do not ever want to own my own cat. Ever.
And why is that?
I am a dog person. 100%.
I mean, I always thought that too, but you know, like when you first get a cat, like it's,
Yeah.
you know, it's a certain type of vibe. And the good thing is like, you know, she pretty much takes care of herself. Pretty
Yeah.
much, as long as I feed her and make sure her bowl's clean and her kitty litters clean,
Mm-hmm.
she's golden.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. I've never met a cat that I was just like, I like you. I would love to take this cat home. I wish this cat was mine. I've never met that kind of cat.
Right.
Like my aunt's cats were never around. They were always hiding.
Right.
Then our buddy Parker and Melissa, they got 2 cats. They're more attention whores than I've ever seen in a cat.
Right.
Hell, we were the first time Parker got his house. We had a little guys' night. This was like years before you, and we were watching a movie. His cat sat in my lap the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I don't hate the cats.
Yeah, and that's kind of what she'll do.
Yeah, but I don't know. I've always been a dog person. I will never not have a dog. Like as soon as one goes, I'm getting another one right away. I had a time period in my life where my mom was so sad about the fact that we just lost another dog. And in my lifetime, that was probably like our 3rd dog or some shit, 2nd or 3rd dog. And we went like almost a year without a dog. Most depressing time of my life because I didn't have that animal to come home to be happy to see me, to be happy to go for a walk or play with or whatever. It was so depressing. So I will never go without a dog ever.
Okay. I mean, granted, would I love to have a dog? Absolutely. But the thing is, she don't play nice with others.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
we'll see what happens.
Can you please just not be up
I'm
here?
about to take her into the other room, but
yeah. I mean, I had a friend who had like 3 cats and 4 dogs and other animals.
yeah, so it's kind of like a zoo.
Yeah, but at the same, like, cats and dogs can do well together.
They can.
I'm not
They really
denying that
can.
at all.
Yeah,
I just don't want a cat ever.
I get it.
I will
Now,
come over
okay.
and I will visit his cat and say hi,
Yeah, correct.
but I don't have to take her.
So
home.
let me ask you this: if you meet a woman, right,
Mhm.
and she loves animals, right,
Oh, that'll be a terrible conversation.
and if she has a cat, would you still accept that relationship?
I feel like she wouldn't be the woman of my dreams if she had a cat.
But what if she loved dogs just as much as she loves cats?
Probably would have to go with the allergy excuse.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Might just My mic just went out, but now it's back on. It's because she's rubbing on it.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to use the allergy excuse at that point. So the allergy excuse is that I'm minorly allergic to cats.
Are you really?
Probably.
Probably.
I haven't gotten it tested. But
So like her rubbing up on you and everything like that, like is that going to irritate you at all, or
no, not like I'll go home and I'll be fine.
so you're not allergic?
I didn't say highly.
It doesn't
I'm
matter.
not. No.
No. I was gonna say, are you or are you not allergic? It doesn't matter if you're minor or you're
Yeah.
highly. It means like
Yeah.
if you're like even if you're like a little bit allergic, like say if
Mhm.
she was rubbing up on you and stuff like that, you could possibly break out in hives.
Yeah. All right.
That's
Let me give
that's
you
minor.
Let me give you a better example. My brother is highly allergic to cats. He can take allergy medicines before going over to a friend's house who has a cat. But if he spends the night, he's fucked.
Right.
Yes. So with that being said, if I own a house and I want my brother to come over, but I have a cat in the house, I will have to deep clean the fuck out of my house
Right.
so my brother can spend time there.
I mean that makes sense.
And I don't want to do that.
So it's more you don't want to be doing the deep cleaning of
Yes.
that animal.
I do not want to deep clean every time my brother comes over.
Okay.
And truth be told, maybe if I had a cat, I would find out that I am allergic to cats. I don't know. I don't spend enough time around cats to really know.
Right.
And I don't care to.
I mean, I get that. Like one time I think I got a cat hair in my eye and I was like, oh my God, I might be allergic. Right. But really, I think the cat hair just
Yeah.
kind of flew into my eye and it just irritated my eye because
Yeah.
I kept itching the fuck out of my eye.
Yeah.
And this was before I got Harley.
Yeah. I think this is one of the few times like a cat actually spends time near me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Now she's calm.
Yeah.
Now she's not being misattention.
Yeah.
She's just kind of sitting and chilling with us.
like I remember there was one point my aunt went to Texas to visit her son, and she asked me to house and cat sit. So even though it was completely out of my way to go to her house to check on the cats, I did it. I checked on the cats.
Just because you're a good dude.
Yeah. But the thing was, like, I went there, I opened the cans of cat food, I made sure the normal food and the water was full, and I hung out there for like an hour, like I would do for any pet. And I never saw them once.
The cats.
The cats, never saw them once.
Hmm.
They would always hide. And I think one of the last time that she asked me to watch the house and the cats, she wanted me to spend the night because it was going to be a longer trip than normal. So she wanted me to spend the night a couple nights during that time frame, and I was like, all right, that's no problem. Granted, I was in high school. I have never spent the night by myself ever anywhere, and their house is huge. They have a huge house, and I'm getting ready to go to bed, and I'm just hearing all these noises, crackling, whatever, freaking me the fuck out. So I'm like, no, fuck this. I'm going home. I know my mom and dad, my dogs. Like, there's only cats there. There's no dogs. Could I have brought my dog? I don't know. Maybe. But I'm just like, I'm going to go home to my mom, my dad, my brother, and my dogs. And I told her that, and she's like, all right, well, I'm not paying you as much as I was planning on. I was like, what the hell? Like, you know how much gas I use just to go to your freaking house? That's ridiculous. So I was really pissed at her for that.
Mm-hmm.
And that was definitely the last time I was watching those cats, because I was like, really, you took money away from me because I didn't spend the night. Really, forget you. No.
Yeah, I mean, and one thing's for sure, cats are nocturnal. Like Harley will snuggle with me at night, and she'll fall asleep, and then she'll wake up, and then kind of mosey around the, apartment, and kind of just do her thing, and then she'll come back and snuggle back up next to me, and then
Yeah.
But the thing is like cats are nocturnal. They like to roam a little bit or play. And if there's multiple cats, they like to play with each other at night and stuff like that. So it's like,
these cats were like quiet, like they didn't do nothing. They were always hiding
until the nighttime, right?
No, I would maybe.
So what do you think that crackling was? The house?
Anything. That could have been anything. That could have been a tree outside. That could have been like just.
But it freaked you out?
That was the first time I was home alone by myself.
Oh, okay.
And it, like I said, their house is huge, like way bigger than the house I grew up in, like way bigger.
The house was probably settling, is what it was.
Probably.
The house was probably settling, and you got freaked out, and so
yeah,
and so you went back home where your comfort zone is.
Yeah,
and
like I said, had I had like my dog there, or had those cats been more active, and I knew like, hey, there you are, I wouldn't have freaked out as much.
Yeah,
but I was freshly new to staying home by myself. I've never been in a situation where I was completely and utterly alone.
Right.
And I was scared at the time. It was freaky. Like I do not like this situation.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense to where, it was a new environment for you and you got freaked out because of, sort of like the house resting or and stuff like that. That totally makes sense.
I didn't really even know the neighborhood at the time. Like I didn't know like what people were doing.
Yeah. But I mean, like it's so like I was house sitting for my nanny and, she had a dog that was a Great Dane. This dog was fucking huge. Oh my God.
I've actually never met a Great Dane.
Yeah. They're huge, dude. Like that dog, if he wanted to, could make me his bitch. No shit.
A lot of Great Danes that I have seen on videos, though, they still think they're lap dogs.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
It is hilarious.
Absolutely. But I mean, again, like that dog was so huge, and granted, it was an older dog, so he couldn't do much.
Mm-hmm.
But I bet you if he was like a lot younger, I'm done with. Right. And but this dog was absolutely a sweetheart, and this dog was very well trained. And so and the funny thing is like, so there was my nanny's room, and then there was another room, like a guest room. That guest room was the dog's room.
Nice.
The dog had its own bed.
Yeah.
Like legit bed.
Yeah. Well, it's a big dog. You can't just give it a little bed.
Right. So you would say, go to your bed, and that dog would go right to the bed.
Nice.
And lay down.
I got my dog trained that way too. That's great.
Oh my God. It was fascinating.
Yeah.
And then the cats, all of them would come, when it was bedtime, I would go to my nanny's room and sleep in there. And all the cats would literally come in one by one and just snuggle me. It was the funniest thing. But
cat blanket.
Yeah, it was kind of like a cat blanket almost. But one would sleep between my legs, one would sleep by my shoulder, one would sleep by my armpit or whatever. But it was just so interesting. And I mean, she lived at 12 Mile. So it wasn't that bad. It was like Madison Heights or whatever.
Yeah.
And, it was a new situation to where I was down in an area that I wasn't used to.
Yeah.
But yet I was still comfortable enough to stay there because like all the animals were there.
I was going to say you had a blanket of cats.
Right.
And you had a Great Dane in the other room.
Exactly. So
I had two cats that didn't want to come out.
Right.
In a big house.
Right. So I mean, I get that, but but with the whole empty home and it's it's uncertain of where your surroundings are and kind of what you're familiar with. That totally makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, even I want to say like a year and a half ago, my brother asked me to house sit for him when he went to Kentucky one time.
Yeah.
Granted, the neighborhood is a hell of a lot worse. It was a hell of a lot worse than my aunt's house. And
the house or the neighborhood?
Yes. The house is worse and smaller, and the neighborhood is a lot sketchier.
Is he still living there?
No, he moved, thankfully. I like his new neighborhood better and his new house better. Anyway, I'm house sitting for him, and his dog's there. I love his dog. We like to call him the smartest dumbass we've ever met.
Love it.
He's great. He slept with me. He slept in the bed with me. But like every once in a while, he'd get out and get a little like crackling, like you would hear, is like
His nails
his
hitting
nails on the floor.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, come to bed. It's creepy as fuck. But again, I had a dog comforting me. I felt fine in a sketchy ass neighborhood. But it's like, whatever. There's a difference when you're comforted by animals and when you're not.
Oh, shit. So we got our Florida trip coming up in May.
Yes.
How excited are you to be going on that?
I'll let you know when we fucking get there, because right now we're dealing with the bullshit of the plane tickets.
Oh my god!
I haven't even fixed my situation yet.
I thought Mel was gonna do that.
She couldn't figure it out. I don't know.
Are you serious?
Yeah, there's some technical bullshit that she was trying to deal with, and it's like, I don't know. And the worst part is y'all jumped the gun on that one.
What are you talking about?
Well, me and you were fine for the most part, but everybody else kind of just jumped the gun.
We were fine. I think we were fine. You know, I got mine on Hopper, and
So did I.
And it said that it was fine. I don't know where everybody else got theirs.
Apparently, the rest of them did it online. Did it on the Spirit website.
Kyle did it on Hopper.
That's what I was told. But
I could have sworn he did it on Hopper.
I could have sworn he did too. I mean, maybe he did. I don't know. Maybe I was misinformed. But Mel told me she did hers on the Spirit website, which I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, yeah, like I think everybody just jumped the gun on that because realistically, that could happen again. Like they changed the flights. Get out of the camera. They changed our flights for whatever reason. I'm gonna be honest. I think that's some illegal bullshit that a fucking airline can change your plane, your flight. That's some bullshit. Like I paid for a specific time, for a specific seat, specific destination. I didn't pay to have a layover.
Right.
I paid for a one-way flight, or technically two-way, but straight shot.
I'm gonna put her in my room.
All right, I'll continue the
keep
story.
Talking, yeah.
And they just decided to be like, hey, by the way, we're changing your flight. We're changing everything about what you just paid for in full. Like I didn't do any like credit crap or nothing like that. I paid it in full, and they're talking about how they changed stuff. And it's like, how is that legal? Like, how is the idea of them being able to change something without our permission because we paid for it? Like, I don't care if you're trying to accommodate for other people. Like, no. Like, we paid for this. How is it legal for you to change it? It really shouldn't be. So, I don't know. That's just my take on it. And I think it's some bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, it just blew my mind, the fact that I thought I was good, right? And then all of a sudden I'm at work and I'm in the middle of work, and I'm getting texts left and right in our group chat.
God, that was pissing me off.
And they're like, oh, our flight is going to Houston. And I'm like, what?
I didn't even hear anything about that part. I heard that the whole thing was completely changed.
Oh, was it?
Like between their stuff, like their stuff was like completely changed. Like the time, the destination, like everything was completely changed. And then I'm just looking on the app. I'm like, my shit's fine. You said your shit was fine.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Mel decided to look at my stuff to change it to match their stuff, she had told me on the website that it said I was being delayed in Houston before going to Florida. I'm like, what the fuck? So I checked the app and said I'm fine. And then I got an email saying that my shit was changed. So I was like, what the fuck? So now despite the fact that I have to change it to match it with your guys's, now I got to change it for that reason too. It's like,
yeah. And what was interesting was,
did you even get yours fixed?
So here's what happened with mine, right? So it said that it was fine. It said that it was fine from Hopper.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But I was like, all right, whatever, I'm gonna follow suit here, kind of thing, you know. And what had happened is I went on online where our flight was going to be, and I put in the confirmed like lettering and stuff, like the codes and shit,
Mm.
and I put those in, you know, switched it to, you know, and changed the flight to, you know, what was it, like instead of like 7:15 or 7:05, I set it to 7 a.m., which is what everybody else was doing,
Mm.
and that was going from Detroit to Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I did that, and then and Kyle helped me out with that,
Mm-hmm.
right? He was on FaceTime with me all while I'm literally doing two things at once. Kyle's with me while doing that, and I would have to tell him like, "Hold on, let me bump the line through." And so I'm literally on the line, and I'm like going back and forth between doing my thing and making parts,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it was oh my god, I was like mentally and physically exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyway, I was doing that. It was completed, and I was like, "All right, thanks, dude. Appreciate it. I'm gonna work on while I'm gonna do two things at once again,
Mm-hmm.
and change it." So, going from Orlando back to Detroit, I fixed that, and I was waiting for the email, right? So I took a screenshot of what it said online, okay, and then I got this email saying that there was going to be a delay in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't see that, but I took the screenshot from the email and I sent it in the group text. And Chris called me and he's like, dude, you're going to Houston." I was like, "What?" He goes, "Go look." And I looked, I'm like, son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Like, seriously? And of course he thought it was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, "You're an asshole." I'm like, "You're an asshole.
I mean,
Don't laugh. This is not funny."
I think I laughed at it when I saw the text too.
Oh,
like,
I mean, looking back at the whole
I actually
text
laughed
conversation.
I laughed at the conversation that he had because he's like, "I'm so angry, I'm gonna turn into the Hulk."
I mean,
Like,
that was pretty good.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
I was pissed.
So dramatic.
I know, so dramatic. Pass me another beer, would you?
Yes, ma'am.
But yeah, again, like I was pissed. I was fucking pissed, and I was not happy. I was not a happy camper.
Yeah.
So
I was pissed at the entire situation because we had a plan. We had an initial plan as far as the flights go. See, that was my biggest scare the whole time. Nice. That was my biggest scare the whole time was plane tickets because I have never bought my own plane ticket. Anytime I've ever flown, my parents took care of it.
same.
Welcome to adulthood.
Gotta love it.
Yeah. So we're in a situation as a group where we're discussing everything. And we come to the decision that one person is going to buy all the plane tickets.
Oh yeah, we would Venmo them money. Yeah.
Which I thought was a great idea, especially since Kyle and Ashley were the ones who said, we'll do it.
Yeah.
Because they had just recently gone on a cruise, which involved a lot flying, which involved buying a plane ticket. So I'm sure I was comfortable with them doing that because they knew what they were doing.
I mean, we could have easily just sent them the money and then they could have done.
Yeah. But then, like, between Ashley and a few other people within the group freaking out about the credit situation, it's like, that's too much money to put on somebody's credit card. It's like, yeah, but at the same time, you're getting the money right away.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, then what if somebody doesn't pay for it? Like, then
We're
don't
all
buy
gonna
their ticket.
Yeah.
Like,
then we're all
here's what I was.
We
looking
were all
at.
in agreement that we would pay for it. Like we would send them the money before they bought the ticket.
Right there, before they bought the ticket.
Right.
And they're still freaking out. It's like, this is so dumb. But whatever. And then they try and make me feel better by being like, all right, this is what we're gonna do. When tickets get low enough, we'll all come back over to their house and we'll do it together.
I like that idea too.
I did too. But then one day, my phone's always on vibrate. So my fucking leg's fucking vibrating with my phone in my pocket.
Right.
Just going and going, like buzzing.
Same. And I think I was at work.
I don't know. You were a part of the conversation. So I was like, is this motherfucker not working?
No, I was working. The reason why I wasn't part of that conversation was because I was ignoring all those text messages.
No, you were a part of that conversation.
Was I?
You were a part of a lot of it because
Now I want to look back at it.
That's too much conversation to look back on.
Oh, trust me, I can look back on it, but continue.
Anyways, so you were a decent portion of it. The majority of it was between Kyle and Ashley because
yes,
you had made a comment about them bickering like an old married couple
over
text message.
Yeah.
Which is fucking hilarious. Anyways, and so they're talking about, oh my god, the flights are so cheap right now. Let's buy them right now. And it's like, wait, what? What are we doing? Why are we doing this right now? Like, I'm freaking the fuck out because I'm in the middle of work. I honestly shouldn't even be looking at my phone because they don't like it when we have our phones on us.
Found it.
This motherfucker.
Yeah, so John, our buddy John, posted in the group chat that the prices had just dropped for round trip, and I was like, I'm like, we like that.
Yeah.
And
then we jump the gun and say, everybody buy your tickets right now. It's like, we're working.
So this was on a Tuesday.
Yeah. At work.
Oh, hold on. So Tuesday, not at work. We were not at work. I mean, I don't know about you, but I know I wasn't. But this was,
what time was it?
It was 6:56 p.m.
Okay, then you need that must have been a different.
So
no. That conversation, that conversation was a different conversation. That conversation,
Kyle said, I would like to purchase tickets tonight or tomorrow.
And it was the tomorrow part. We didn't buy tickets that night. We bought tickets.
And then I said,
Wednesday.
I was like, so tomorrow then? He goes, yes. I said, what's the total cost for the round trip flight and for what time? He said, I would like to do 7:05 to 9:59. That was to Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
He said, that's the best option in my opinion. Everyone download the Hopper app. I said, I don't know how to read flights, LMFAO. Because, again,
I really didn't either.
Same to you.
Yeah.
You know, first time ever buying a flight ever at 26 years of age.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I've gone to Florida before flying. Multiple times, but I mean, the first time that I went to Florida was for the Disney cruise, and I was a freshman in high school.
Yeah,
my grandparents bought that flight.
Yeah.
Okay. Second time I went to Florida was around where we're going to be at, Orlando, Kissimmee, Florida.
Yeah.
Okay. My dad and stepmom bought our flights. I was like, what the hell? I was like, I think I was just out of high school, right? And we were kind of doing like a family trip.
Yeah.
Right. Again, didn't buy my flight. I was just kind of going with the flow, following their lead kind of thing, you know? So did that. But now this time I was like, I don't know how to read flights. And I said, yeah, 7:05 works great. Okay. Then Ashley goes, we'll have to do like a group FaceTime, which was fine.
Which we didn't end up doing anyways.
So... let's see. Okay, so Mel had requested, and this is at 8:56 p.m. She said, I'm starting work as you are getting off work, so I won't be able to join the call, but I'll try.
Yeah.
Then you said, would it work better if everyone, if we just wait till Saturday?
Yes, because again, I like the idea of us getting together at their house and doing it together. Now, in my mindset, when I sent that text, I didn't know you were going on. I
was going on my fishing trip.
Going on your fishing trip. So I had the full intention of being like, hey, I'm going to buy your ticket. Send me money.
Yeah.
That was my full intention. He made a comment like, no, he's going away. Whatever. And then everybody agreed we were just going to do it Wednesday.
Well, and then, so Kyle said, can't wait. The deal might be gone. Changes daily. It says that it's the lowest it will be.
Maybe.
And I said,
our trip's in May, by the way.
Yeah.
We got time.
It's February. But again, Ashley said, even if you're working, Mel Parker can be in the call maybe, and he can purchase yours. And
which I'm talking to him this entire fucking time, and he's talking about how Mel's going to do it for him.
Right. So I'm on,
which I don't have anything against that. Like, that's great. Have your girlfriend do it. That's great.
Yeah.
Have somebody else who's like, I wish I had a girlfriend to do my shit for me too. It would be great.
What was this one? This was at 1:15 a.m. on a
Who the f-
Wednesday. Okay.
Who the fuck sent it?
Or
Just sent it early.
I'm sorry. This was 7:29 a.m. I'm sorry. Kyle goes, prices went up $50 already.
Oh yeah. So then we weren't gonna do it on Wednesday. Instead, we changed our mind.
My comment, holy shit balls.
And then somehow, at some point in that day on Wednesday, Ashley sends us a text saying that the prices went down again.
Mm.
Or somebody sent.
Yeah,
Is that
there
what
was
that
a
was?
lot. There was a lot of paragraphs there, so
And
I'm
then,
not going to read that.
Like it was chaos after once the prices went back down, and everybody's like, purchase your tickets right now, freaking the fuck out. I'm like, I'm in the middle of fucking work.
Yeah, this is
Like,
so. This
I'm not supposed to be on my phone. I can barely check my text. My fucking pocket is vibrating. It's bugging the fuck out of me. I'm talking to Parker about it. He's just like, yeah, I just turned my shit on silent.
Yeah, while all this is going on, this is 8:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
I'm at work.
I'm half asleep at that point because I don't even want to be up at that point.
Yeah, so this is like midweek,
and I trained on Tuesday night, so I didn't get enough sleep.
Yeah, so I mean, with all that, it was just chaos.
It was chaos, and then of course our plane tickets decided to change our flights and shit later.
Yeah,
and it's like, and then again, we jumped the gun to start changing shit, and now I don't know if it sounds like the rest of you are on the same shit. I'm still fucked up.
Well, back to what I was saying, like after I got the email, I was so frustrated and I was so busy at work. I literally called Mel and I said, "Can you help me?"
Yeah, she offered to help me too.
Granted, she works the midnight shift, right? She was up, she's at home, she's not really doing anything.
Yeah.
So I was like, Mel, can you look at this for me? I'm like, I can't look at this. I was like, I can't look at this. I don't have time to sit and look at this. I'm working right now.
Was she able to figure it out for you?
Yeah. So I gave her all the information that she needed.
Yeah.
And all that she did was that she looked at it and she goes, oh, no, you're all good. She goes, it's
so
a misunderstanding.
You didn't even have a problem?
No.
Okay. So she actually didn't even do anything for you then?
She just looked at it for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did what I
couldn't even do anything.
Yeah, so I did what I had to do, right, in making the from Detroit to Orlando and the Orlando to Detroit changes, and I did that correctly. But for some reason, that email was wrong.
Even better, they sent almost everybody an email saying that the shit wasn't purchased the first time, and then they had to call and be like, "Hey, what the fuck?" And they're like, "Oh no, that was false."
Yeah, but I'm gonna say it now, but that's what you get when you fly Spirit.
Yeah,
so.
Fuck Spirit. I wanted to do Delta, but Delta was too expensive.
Delta is way too expensive, though.
No, but it's not.
I agree.
My dad explained it to me.
What?
My dad explained it to me. If you do the math between all the bullshit you gotta go through between buying the plane ticket, the bags, all that shit, all the bullshit that you gotta go through with Spirit, that's just all combined right away with Delta.
Oh.
So you're paying for all that shit right away. You're not dealing with all the bullshit down the line until you fucking get back home after vacation.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah.
So I'm never flying Spirit again. Not that I have just yet anyways. And also, next time we do a friends trip, we are purchasing with one credit card.
I dig it.
Because I don't even fucking care. If it has to be mine, even though mine is shit, I'll fucking do it. I don't fucking care. Because at least I'm not purchasing anyone's ticket unless you pay me.
Yeah.
Like, that's just how it's going to have to be. And I don't know. I feel like in a situation like this where Spirit fucks you over, it's better to have one person have to deal with it than 8 people. We got 8 people in our group.
Yeah.
And we're all dealing with it individually. It sucks.
Yeah. If you look at couples, right? You look at couples that go on a
6.
flight. What?
Kyle and Ashley purchased together, and so did Mel and Parker. So 6.
Well, again, but like with I'm just talking couples in general,
Oh, okay.
not even our friend group.
Sorry.
Couples in general, if you look at it, like whether they're dating or whether they're married, like they're all on one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or even families.
Even families, yeah. Like same
Yeah.
with mine. You know,
Yeah.
everybody purchased a ticket and stuff like that. But
Mhm.
with that, it's like it's a lot simpler. So,
I agree.
but other than the flight situation, are you excited for the trip?
We just went
I
on a
can-
whole spree for
I
that
know,
situation.
I
I'm
know,
sorry.
I know, and
I'm still
I,
like infuriated about that.
I understand it's very frustrating
Yeah.
and everything, but the
Yeah.
thing is like, it shit happens.
Yeah, shit.
But we will look back at this and we will laugh.
Yeah.
I promise you that.
I still got to fix mine though.
Yeah, but again, like
Mine
I
said
asked,
I had to call them. Like I tried doing it on the app and it said I have to call them. I'm like, I don't want to talk to anybody. Anyways, I'm gonna get over this eventually.
yeah,
Don't worry.
just cool down. Drink your beer.
I'm cool right now.
I was gonna say, take a sip of your beer. Let's.
I've had alcohol every time I've had this conversation, so maybe I should stop drinking.
I guess so. Here.
Anyways.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to this podcast episode. Cheers to us. Rambling on about whatever.
Yeah.
And oh well, you got to get a new can. Here we go. Ooh, baby, love it.
I like, and I held it by the microphone. So it sounded better.
That sounded tasty.
Yummy.
Yeah. So anyway,
New
cheers to our new memories. Cheers to let's get through this, and cheers to this episode. Cheers to our health. Cheers to everything. Salute, brother.
Salute. Or as my Viking ancestors say, skull.
Oh, they say skull. Oh.
Yeah. SKUL.
Oh.
So, anyways, to answer your question,
Yeah. Are you excited?
Without going off on stupid shit.
Correct.
I am very excited for our Florida trip. I have not been to Florida since the last time I flown, which was with my mom, my aunt, and my cousin. And we stayed at a Disney resort, and we went to Disney, and we went to Universal. Sorry.
Wow, that was a good one. Yeah, boy.
There we go. And we had, I know you're not as excited about this part as I am, but I'm very excited. And we had gone to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. I was so fucking happy that
Universal Adventureland.
Yes. I don't give a fuck about the rest of it. I just want the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Anyways. And then I want to say a month after we got back from that trip, they announced the expansion of the Wizarding World, which included the Hogwarts train. Fucking excited about that. And all of Diagon Alley, which includes Gringotts Bank with the dragon from the 8th film, 7th book that spews fire all day. It's like, that is so cool. So I'm fucking excited to finally see the expansion that was announced after I left, knowing that I probably wouldn't be back there for a long time. Granted, I could have gone back myself or whatever, made a little trip about it. But going with friends is what makes it more fun.
Yeah. I mean, granted, I grew up on Harry Potter. Granted, I'm not the biggest Harry Potter fan, but the Harry Potter series has always been cool to me. But I'm not childlike with you. You like as soon as we start talking about
you say childlike, I say appreciative.
Yes, yeah, you're a fan. You're a huge fan. I mean, in all honesty, if we were to go to Philly, right, I would be in heaven. I would be in absolute heaven. I was like running up those stairs, taking a picture in front of the Rocky statue and all that shit.
I always forget about the stairs.
Yeah, man, you can't forget about the stairs.
Shit, if we went to Philly, I'd run up those stairs with you, and I do not run.
Hell yeah.
You don't want to see me run.
Hell yeah.
I would run up those stairs with you.
We'll have to plan a Philly trip then.
Fuck yeah, let's do it. Philly, let's go. We still got to do Tennessee though.
I mean, I've been to Tennessee twice now.
I don't give a fuck if you've been there.
I
I
mean,
want to go.
granted, there's so much to do in Tennessee. I mean, we're in Tennessee. The thing is like you say Tennessee, we're in Tennessee because there's multiple mountain cities that you got Nashville, you got Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge, you got
I mean, obviously,
Memphis.
Nashville is the main place to go.
Nashville. I
Yeah.
mean, I've never been to Nashville. I've been to Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge
All right,
twice.
Nashville, here we come.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Well, Morgan Wallen is now opening up a new restaurant.
fuck yeah, food.
So, but yeah. So back to our vacation.
Back to the Florida trip.
Yeah, I know we
I
keep
am very excited.
we keep bouncing around, which is hilarious. And
Isn't that why you have me on here? We just have random ass
there's
conversations.
there's like ADHD or ADD going like left and right between us.
Because that's what I have.
Yeah, I think honestly, I think I have ADD.
I know for a fact I don't have like 100% hyperactive. So it's not, it's definitely ADD. I like to say it's like a quarter of the age.
A quarter of the age.
Yeah, because I don't think I'm hyper. Like, you know me, I'm very.
You're
calm.
not. Yeah, you're a very calm person, but
I'm
you're
not hyperactive.
Yeah, you're not hyper at all.
So I'd say it's like a quarter of the
Right.
hyperactive.
That makes sense.
But anyways, going back to Florida.
Yeah.
I'm definitely very excited. I think it's weird as fuck that we, as far as time and finance goes, we're not going to Disney. Because it's like,
oh my god, Disney's so fucking expensive.
It's very expensive, but at the same time, it's kind of worth it sometimes. But like, I don't know. I think of our group, I am probably the biggest Disney fan. So,
well, I look at it to
granted,
where
I'm not going there for the princesses and all that shit.
I mean, granted, here's the thing: we're all 20 somethings. Now, granted, Disney's for everybody. I went on the Disney cruise as a teenager in high school.
Yeah. I don't care. It's not for kids. Fuck you.
And it was awesome. I'll be honest. It was fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, I look at, our trip coming up, you, Mel, you guys want to all do the, Harry Potter stuff. More power to you. And we want to join into the fun of it, especially myself. It looks cool, and there's roller coasters and shit. Like I want to go on the roller coasters and have
Those
fun
are
with
probably
that.
the only roller coasters I will go on.
All right,
I'm not a roller coaster person.
All right,
I don't know.
You want me to sit next to you?
No.
You may be deaf. I'm just gonna fair warn you right now.
Oh, when I'm on roller coasters, I'm like childhood Shia LaBeouf. That high pitched scream that he does.
Oh, I can't wait. Yeah, I'm sitting next to you.
Yeah. so I mean, I enjoy roller coasters, but there's just certain ones that I prefer to go on. So, and the ones at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, I will go on. I do not care.
All right, cool.
But like, I don't know, the Hulk one at Universal or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't care for that one.
Yeah. Well, I think the main reason why we're going to Adventure Island is for the Harry Potter thing.
Oh, definitely.
For you guys.
Yeah.
But also,
between that or Disney. And it's like, we can't do both. So, Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
Exactly. So, but we got a whole bunch of different things. We got our resort.
Yeah.
Which has lazy rivers, it has pools, it has different bars in the resort, and it's got restaurants and stuff like that, which is awesome.
I gotta ask Ashley if it has a gym there.
It does.
It does.
Yeah.
Do you have like the website or something for it?
No, I looked it up on YouTube.
Can you send me that?
Yeah. Well, it's mainly just saying like, oh, like this is what we have and stuff like that.
I take my gym seriously, so
I mean, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real with you. It's not gonna be any type of gym that you.
Oh no, not at all.
It's going to be like it's gonna be like a hotel gym.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping it times out perfectly with my deload week that I can just like do deload stuff there, and then I'll come back and do more serious shit.
Well, and I look at it like this. Like I would love to go work out.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pack to work out. But depending on, when I wake up, I know for a fact I'm going to be waking up early to go golfing.
There's 2 days that we are 100% waking up early, which is the one to go golfing, like you were just saying.
Correct.
And then there's one for, I think it's the Universal Adventure.
Is it that day or is it
I
Volcano Bay?
No, I think it's Universal Day because I think we're spending all day there.
All right.
I think Volcano Bay, we might be. I don't know. I forget the time that we set for that one, but I know for a fact that we're spending all day at Universal's. So, because I at least want to have, I would love it if we can time it out and we can have lunch at the Three Broomsticks.
That would be cool.
Because I had lunch there last time I was there. It was really cool.
Good food.
Yeah, I mean, I had the fish and chips, and I had
It wasn't fish and broomsticks.
no, it's a British meal, fish and chips.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That was a good point. Fish and chips. Yeah. No shit.
Yeah, the Brits call chips or French fries chips.
Yeah, but
I wonder what they call chips. I think I do know this actually.
Biscuits.
No, because there actually are biscuits.
No, I thought that. Fuck me. Oh, but anyway.
I think I know what they call them, so I'm kind of.
Hold on.
Anyways,
continue.
I think I had too many butter beers last time I was there. Sadly, it's not actually alcoholic. I'm sure you could probably get one with alcohol in it. Now that we're older, but it's kind of like I don't know. The best way I can describe a butter beer is kind of like a root beer float, but it's not root beer. It's something else. It might be ginger ale or something.
In Britain, chips typically refer to what Americans call French fries. However, in British English, crisps are what Americans call chips.
Yep, I knew that. I did know that. I wish I knew that before you looked it up.
Yeah. So, but we have so much that we're going to be doing. We're going to go to Volcano Bay as the beach day or pool day. And I mean, granted, we have pools at the resort.
Yeah, but I don't want to spend a whole day at just a normal beach, you know? So,
there's not beaches anywhere going to be around us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I mean,
we're not going to be by the ocean.
I think this is a better choice for our time, I think
so too.
Instead of going to an actual beach and just like hanging out there, at least there's like fun stuff to do, you know?
Absolutely. And, you know, with that, I mean, I look at Volcano Bay and there's so many different water rides that we can go on and it's going to be so much fun.
I don't know if I care for the water rides.
Are you kidding me?
It does look, all of them do look fun though.
Dude, are you what?
I guess the part that's currently throwing me off is like the wristband thing that they have planned. And it's just like,
oh, it's just
like you scan it for the line.
Yeah.
And then
it's like a quick pass at Cedar Point.
Yeah. But what if you're on the lazy river? And then you're just like,
just give it a minute. Yeah. It will notify you.
You got some time. And it's like, shit, I got some time before I'm even done with the lazy river. I don't know. It's weird to me.
We'll be able to make it. Don't worry.
I'll figure it out.
We'll figure it
fun.
out.
I promise. I'll have fun.
Yeah. And, you know, with that,
I'm a fun person.
I look at it to where, you know, we're going to be having a good time at Volcano Bay, and I'm very excited for that. But one thing that I'm very excited for is us going hang gliding.
Are we doing that?
Uh-huh. The Wallaby hang gliding, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I can't do that.
Why can't... Oh, you're over the weight limit?
Probably. No one actually figured that out, but it's hang gliding. I'm pretty sure I'm over the weight limit.
We'll find out.
Which is fine. I think...
Do you not like heights?
No, I don't mind it at all. Well, no, I don't like heights, but I would get over it for hang gliding.
Okay.
Like I was asked if I wanted to go skydiving one time. I was like, yeah, that sounds great, but I'm way over the weight limit for that.
Well, we'll find out. I mean, if it comes down to it to where, you know, you're over the weight limit, I'm sure, you know, you can get...
Don't worry about me for that one.
I was going to say, well...
I don't think Parker's going to want to go out either.
Oh, yeah, because he doesn't like heights.
No, like he actually said this himself. He's a bitch with this stuff. Like he hates roller coasters. He will not, like, me and him will be spending some time walking around while everybody's on roller coasters.
Okay.
So, if the plan is for you guys to go hang gliding, I think me and Parker will figure something out.
You think you guys are going to stay at the resort?
Maybe stay at the resort, or we'll do something else. We'll figure something out.
All right.
I'm
I was
not
gonna
worried
say,
about
if
it.
you guys go with us, you guys can record us like literally lifting off and stuff like that.
Yeah, but then we're standing around waiting for you guys.
I get
It's
it.
not fun for us at that point.
I get it. That makes
So,
sense. Yeah,
I mean-
I'm sure you guys will figure something out.
We'll cross that bridge when we get
Now
to it.
with golfing,
yes.
who's going to go? Who do you think's going to go? There's
Well,
a
I know-
lot
I-
of guys that are going to
Yeah.
be going,
So with the golfing, it's only 4 people,
which is stupid.
which is very stupid. Actually, I think that's so dumb.
Like, where does it say that?
I don't know. Kyle read it. It's on him. I don't know. What I do know is that it's 4 people. It doesn't matter if they're golfing or not. You can't have 6 people and 2 of them just sitting there drinking. Like it's. I don't know. Anyways, I know for a fact that you and Kyle and myself are gonna go
I
golfing.
just got the chills. I just got a little goosebumpy chill.
I thought you were like stretching like I was earlier.
No, I had a chill. Like, you ever feel like there's a shock that hits you right in the neck spine area?
Yeah.
And it just shoots right through you.
Yeah.
My nipples are kind of hard. Jesus Christ, that was a good shock right through my body.
Jesus Christ. I had a shock one time when I was getting my forearms dry needled, and I had my hand laying there like that, and he hit a nerve that sent a shock through my hand, and it literally felt like I shot lightning. It was so cool. Freaked me out, but it was kind of cool. Like looking back at it, like, ooh, I just shot lightning.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
But as we were saying with the golfing, it's I think that's dumb to where only 4 people can go.
Yeah. But I mean, the way we're all looking at it is that like me, you, and Kyle, we know how to golf. We'll take it seriously.
Mm.
To where it's
Respect
like,
the rules.
We'll respect the rules and everything. I think Kyle said John knows enough to where he would go,
But he doesn't like golfing.
He doesn't care to golf. And Chris wants to go because he doesn't want to. He wants to hang with the guys, which is respectable.
Mm.
Don't blame him for that. And Parker wants to go.
He just doesn't know.
He just doesn't really know how to golf.
We just gotta work with him in the off season. So, but
Yeah.
I haven't. Either Kyle has been taking him out or what, but I don't know.
Kyle's been taking him to the range. I don't know how often, but
Last time I remember, he took Parker when I went to test out my new clubs.
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't know.
we'll have to see. Let's just say this. This is Kyle's thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just joining in.
Yeah.
And you're joining in.
Yeah.
And we know how to golf.
Yeah.
And Kyle will decide the final factor.
Yeah.
Granted, that's a lot on his shoulders, but
I mean, he's already talked to Parker about it. He's already talked to Chris about it.
Yeah.
It's like y'all need to get better at it. Otherwise, I don't know.
Yeah.
So, and that's pretty much the deciding factor. If those 2 can't figure it out by the trip, John will go.
Yep. John's like the weighing factor?
He's the deciding factor.
Yeah, or the deciding factor. Yeah. So,
but I mean, yeah. What is it? The day we get there is relaxing.
Yep.
It's supposed to be. We get there, we relax.
Keep talking. I gotta pee.
Yeah. So we get there, we relax. What was day 2?
Adventure Island.
Day 2 is Adventure Island. Yes, day 2 is Adventure Island. So Wizarding World, Harry Potter, fun stuff. Day 3, I believe, was. Oh, that's so bad. You can hear that, dude. I gotta keep talking so you don't hear it. All right, so day 3 is Adventure Island. I don't think we planned on spending all day there, but we're gonna spend the majority of the day there. And
Actually, I was wrong.
what? No, I think you're right.
No, I'm wrong.
Anyways,
I was thinking about it. No, I was thinking about it while I was taking a pee.
think.
No, I was thinking about it while I was taking a pee. Here's what's going to happen. Day 1, we're going to land in Orlando.
Mhm.
We're going to change in our bathing suits
Mhm.
in the airport. We're going to
when we get to the hotel.
Oh, I thought it was when we get to the airport.
No, we should be able to change somewhere at the hotel. I don't think our room's gonna be ready by the time we get
Oh,
there.
we'll probably get to the resort and change in a bathroom, like in a public bathroom,
Yeah.
and then we'll go hang out by the pool while we're waiting for our condo.
I don't fucking
I think it's called a condo.
I don't know.
But anyway, we'll wait for as we're waiting for our condo to be ready. We're just gonna chill out by the pool or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll just have a chill kind of day and just enjoy that time.
Mm-hmm.
Most like so they have a pizza restaurant. We'll probably order pizza and shit. And,
day 2 is the golfing.
yeah, and which is why I was thinking when I was taking a piss.
Yeah, day 2 is the golfing. Do we have another plan after that?
Yeah, it's the Wallaby hang gliding.
Was that day?
Yeah, that was that day because it's literally go golfing, and then everybody else wakes up
Yeah.
and gets breakfast or whatever,
Yeah.
and then hangs out by the pool. We hang out by the pool.
We get breakfast at that point.
We can, yeah. And they hang out by the pool or whatever, and then let me think. Hold on. Everybody hangs out by the pool, has a little pool day for the little bit, and then we go to the Wallaby hang gliding, and then we're gonna do that, and then do more of the resort fun pool stuff, and then
Wednesdays
or not Wednesday. I'm sorry.
Day 3.
Day 3, which is Saturday. Saturday is what we're doing. The Adventure Island.
Yes.
Okay. That's an all day thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spending open to close there.
Correct.
Day 4 is
Volcano Bay.
Which we're spending a majority of the day there, but we're not finishing the day there. We're staying
because it's Cinco de Mayo.
So I think it was like 3:00. We're calling it quits there or some shit.
I could have sworn it was like 4:00, 4 or 5 o'clock. We're gonna call it quits.
I don't know. It depends on when we get reservations or some shit, I think.
Right. So we're gonna stay there majority of the day.
Whatever time we get reservations, subtract the time that we need to go back to the resort and change and shower. Whatever time that is when we're cutting it off.
Yeah, and then so we're gonna go back to the condo, shower, get ready, kind of, and I have the Cinco de Mayo playlist I'll be playing in the condo.
Playlists.
I'm a man of many playlists. I love my music.
I'm still waiting for him to make me a gym playlist. I'm kind of curious on what music he would pick for me.
Well, we've talked about this, so again, we'll have to find out. I mean, so anyway, but we'll go to a nice Mexican restaurant and enjoy some Mexican food to celebrate Cinco de Mayo. As majority of people know, there's a lot of Spanish-speaking people in Florida, and majority of them either have come from Mexico, Cuba, all that stuff. So, but Cinco de Mayo is definitely a Mexican holiday, not a Cuban holiday. You get to embrace that. You get
Spanish holiday.
Yeah, well, you get to embrace that kind of culture.
Yeah.
And so that will be Sunday.
Yeah.
And then on Monday, our final day is a chill, hang by the pool,
wait for our flight,
and then leave at 4:15
or whatever the time fucking changes to.
Yeah. So and then we'll fly back home and back to reality. So, but I'm excited for it. Yeah, but I'm excited for it. I really am because this is, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not going on faster horses this year.
Neither am I. None of us are.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought Kyle and Ashley were. Really?
Yep. They changed their mind. Yep. They admitted it's too much PTO that they do not have and too much money that they don't want to spend. Okay. So none of us are going to faster horses this year. I was actually very hesitant on going this year. Before the Florida trip because I would love to be able to get a house either at the end of this year or the beginning of next year. Yeah. And I just, despite the fact that that's like, I want to say it's like $500 to $1,000 depending on what you're buying, what you're spending, and whatnot, all together, just for a 3-day weekend. I mean, it's fun. Don't get me wrong. I had a great time the 2 years that I went.
Right.
I'll definitely go back again, especially if the lineup's good.
Right.
But just this year is just like, that's just money I'd rather not spend.
And I'm the same way. I was talking with my cousin Anna, and it
She was
was
nice.
yeah, it was hard. It was hard to think about because she wanted me to come with them.
Mm-hmm.
And as you've seen their campsite and everything, you're like
They had a
they're
fucking camper.
yeah,
I was
they're
jealous.
stacked. They're stacked.
I had to sleep in a fucking tent.
Boom. But
I'm country, but I ain't that country.
hey, I don't mind sleeping in a tent. I had a cot.
Says the one who had a cot.
I had a cot.
I bought a cot after that.
Good boy.
I have a cot and I bought a mattress.
That a boy.
So it's much more comfortable.
So, but yeah, I was talking with my cousin, and she was saying about, she really wanted me to go and everything, and I'm just like, how much is this? How much is this? How much is this? How much am I going to be total paying? And
So I think it's like a little over $200
yeah,
for like the tickets and the site and what the wristband or whatever. Like, but then you got, I don't know. But then you spend money on food if you do it right, or at least I did it right last year. Everybody came in like, what are we doing for food?
yeah.
What the fuck? Anyways, it's probably not close to 1,000. Like I might have
It's not.
exaggerated that.
It's not. I can definitely tell you that it's
Yeah.
not. If you do it right, it's
if you
not.
do it right, yeah.
But
It's definitely a lot more money than I care to spend for a 3-day weekend.
and the thing is, like, I calculated it out, and like you said, you want to move out within a year. I need to move out within a year.
Didn't you extend your?
I did. But the thing is like, I don't want to be renting
Mhm.
anymore.
Yeah.
I want
the
to
market
own-
is so fucking high right now.
I know.
So it's really upsetting.
I know. But the thing is like, I want to get a house by next year.
Mhm.
That is my goal. Granted, I'm not going to be a cheap ass, like I said before.
Yeah. That is the other thing for me. I'm not trying to be cheap either.
Like, okay, so I want to work within my means, right?
Mhm.
I can go on this Florida trip, enjoy it, and that will be my summer trip,
Mhm.
right?
Well, that was the ironic part. Is like, I was not going to go to Fast Horses this year. I even if I don't move out in a year, the Florida trip is more worth it to me than Faster Horses.
Yes, absolutely.
So if I had to choose between Florida or Faster Horses,
I pick Florida.
I pick Florida, which I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Like I was not going to go to Faster Horses. That was period.
Yeah.
But they brought up Florida. I was like, fuck. Okay. Which I'm spending more in Florida than I am in Faster Horses. So it's kind of like,
Well, I looked at it like this. I talked with my buddy Thomas, who's a financial analyst.
mm-hmm.
Did I say that right?
Probably.
Yeah. So he's a financial analyst, and he, built out this budget, right? To where, this is how much you're going to be making. This is how much you need to save by the end of the year. Okay. Granted, with profit sharing and all that stuff included, it helps.
Yeah.
So I look at it to where by next year, if I save my money correctly,
Mm-hmm.
I should easily get a house by next year.
Yeah.
Okay. That is my goal. Now, going on this Florida trip, as long as I save up for it, it won't even put a dent in it.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is great. But the thing is like, that's all I need to do
Mm-hmm.
this year is go on that Florida trip, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Go up north, visit my grandparents, go fishing and stuff like that. Maybe visit my other grandparents, help them out during the summer and whatnot. And, I got other friends that have boats and shit like that. And so I can go have fun and do that. So, it's like, we can go do those things
Yeah.
and not have it cost a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
And, all in all, it's like, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
To where I have one vacation experience, it'll be fun, and that's that. But with, everything else, like the faster horses thing, I couldn't. I just couldn't.
Yeah.
Because I want to make sure that I have enough so that I can get a good house in a good neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
The thing about me is like I don't need like a big house or anything because obviously right now I'm single. All I'm gonna have is me and a dog. Obviously, I would want something big enough to where I could add, like, it wouldn't be inconvenience to add a girlfriend, or even like, say she had a dog and we wanted to make sure there was space for her dog, or even like if we stayed there long enough when we had a kid and there was enough space for that kid, like one that could last a decent amount of time before saying, all right, well, we need more space.
So you telling me that you're trying to buy your forever home right now? Or are you trying to find a home that would work?
I would like see.
Like
It's kind of like
that
the
doesn't
way,
make sense.
It's
to
kind of
me.
the way Kyle and Ashley are looking at it. They're planning on having their first kid in the house that they're in right now, but they're not going to have like their second kid there. They would need to move to a bigger house before they have their second kid. That's kind of how I'm looking at it too. Something big enough for me and a dog right now, but also like I wouldn't have to move to a different house if I got a girlfriend who lived with me, or if we had a kid. Like something to at least get us to that first kid stage. But then also, like, I want enough property space. No, I'm not saying I want acres right now for my house, for my everyday house. Eventually, yes, I want like property up north, which me and my brother were talking about doing eventually. But like, I want property space between me and my neighbors. I don't want to be like shoulder to shoulder with my neighbors. That would just drive me nuts. I want space to put a boat, put a trailer, or whatever. So,
Yeah, I mean, your view on that is totally different than mine. I'm trying to get a house that's a startup house, right? Single guy. Don't know what the future holds for me, whether that be girlfriend, kids, and whatnot. I want to get my startup house, live there for 3 to 5 years, sell it, build it up, of course, sell it, get a bigger house, and then just keep going. You know, that's kind of my viewpoint on what I want to do.
I'm not necessarily moving them to keep moving. I would like to move as little as possible is how I'm looking at it.
I got it. Yeah, that makes sense.
So if it's big enough to add a girlfriend and add a kid eventually, then that's where I'm happy. If we have more kids or more dogs or some shit, then yes, that's when I'm just like, all right, let's get a bigger house.
Okay, that makes sense. I mean, with me, I want to like expand to not just having a garage or just a basement, right? Like having that to start off with, that would be fine. To live in that for 3 to 5 years, sell it, then go on to another one that has a basement, has a garage, and stuff like that.
I need a basement. I need a garage. So that's just one of those things where it's like yes, I'll get people who would be like, you don't need that. You don't need that. Be like, yes, I do. Like, I don't care what you say. Yes, I do.
Yeah. Whereas with me, I'm just kind of, I want to really start where I'm at, and then, and grow from that, because like I've known people to where, or not known people, but like I've heard of people that, they live in a house for X amount of years, and then they sell it, they build it up and they sell it, and then they go on and use that payment, and they, and go on to another house, so it's like,
I mean, that's for some people. That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. I was just talking to my parents about this the other day, mostly because I was in a depression stage where I was just like, I'm never moving out. I'm not gonna have enough money. Yada yada yada. Honestly, I would be happy if I just took over my parents' house.
Yeah.
Like it's enough space for what I want. They just put up a privacy fence.
Yeah.
And there's enough backyard space. There's enough front yard space. There's enough like space. Like we're on like the corner lot, so like there's enough yardage in front between the neighbors. So it's nice.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like honestly, yes, I would like my own house, especially if I could get a girlfriend, and I don't want to have to deal with my parents at that point.
Right.
But it's like if it got to a point where they were just like, hey, we're ready to retire and move into a smaller house just for us, I'd be like, all right, I'll take over the house.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be happy with that.
Yeah.
That wouldn't bother me at all. Like, there are some people who are just like, we want to go to a different neighborhood and we want to start our own lives and do our own
That does
thing.
happen. Yeah.
But then they're like, we don't want to stay in our childhood home. We don't want to stay in our childhood neighborhood. We want to make our own memories. It's like, that's fine.
Yeah.
But there's also nothing wrong with staying.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people that take over their parents' homes.
Yeah.
Or their family homes, you know, that not only did they grow up in, but their parents grew up in, and, you know, and that their grandparents bought.
Yeah.
You know.
Granted, yes, I would like to move more so somewhere in like the country-ish area, like anywhere between like 23 and 32 mile.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that's kind of my goal too. I was saying I would love to live in Romeo. And my dad goes, "You won't be able to afford a Romeo." And
I was
like,
thinking more like Armada-ish area.
Armada works too.
Like you're talking about all the way out there. I'm talking about.
Well, I mean, if you look at it, I looked at Romeo, right? And if
Romeo's nice. Don't get me wrong.
so if you look at Romeo, if I live in Romeo, okay, so you go to Romeo and you live there, and then my work, which is in Sterling Heights, it's 18 minutes from Romeo to where I work.
Okay.
I'm like, fuck yeah, I could do that.
Yeah. I mean, should I do a half hour every day?
Another place is New Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's a possible idea. You know, but like you said, like I would love to my forever home.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to have a house to where, you know, there's a little bit of separation, like we're not shoulder to shoulder, but there's a good separation between the neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of you know, a pretty big yard to where, you know, I can take a bonfire pit and take it all the way down, and, you know, have a bonfire pit, and we can, you know, play music, and the neighbors won't be bothered.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So doing that, and then of course having a basement. My plan is to have a basement that is like part bar, part like entertainment kind of area.
Mm-hmm.
So like, as you can see, like all the movie posters and artists and stuff like that, I want to hang that around. Have a pool table, have a poker table, have you know, a jukebox, right? That is Bluetooth, right?
I'm sure it'll be something more technological by that point.
No. Like, I've looked it up on Amazon. Like, there's jukeboxes that are Bluetooth.
No. I'm being like serious. Like technology by that point might be more advanced.
Like, what do you mean?
I don't know. I'm just saying. Like,
I just like that old school vibe.
yeah, no,
That's what I'm saying. Because I'm such an old soul.
no. I know exactly what you're saying. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. So, and it would look cool, you know, but also I would love to have either a projector or like a really, really big ass TV that I can put in front of the couch, and then have like a little TV hanging at the bar. So that way, if you're going to sit at the bar, you can watch TV. So like say for Super Bowl parties, right? Anybody that wants to sit at the bar, the TV's right there, right? And then whoever wants to sit on the couch can watch the TV there, kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
So that's kind of my kind of, and of course, you know, maybe some deer heads from my grandparents, from myself, hanging around and stuff like that. My, you know, like my stepmom was like, "Oh, you're gonna have a man cave, and you know, when you have kids, that man cave's gonna go." And I'm like, "No, it's gonna be entertainment. It's gonna be like that bar vibe, but yet it's gonna be, you know, somewhere where we can, you know, hold Christmas, where we can hold, you know, New Year's parties, where we can hold, you know, Super Bowl parties and stuff like that. And like when when kids do get older, or even, you know, say like if I ever have kids and, you know, they want to have friends over and watch movies and stuff like that, they can go down to the basement and enjoy themselves there.
Yeah, just stay away from the bar.
Exactly. So all in all, I look at it and I'm like, all right, that is like kind of my main thing, to where it would be like, it's not going to be a man cave. It's going to be an all around entertainment vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, that's the main goal.
Yeah.
Right. As of right now, I'm just gonna try and grow from it. And I mean, if you want to do it your way, it's your life.
Yeah.
You control it. I have no say in it. So
I mean, whatever you say probably wouldn't offend me anyways.
exactly. So
But it's more so just like, I don't know. I do better with less, I guess. So less stress is better.
yeah, and I mean, I
mean, even if I like took over my parents' house, even if I paid for like a retirement place for them, like if they got a like retirement condo or some shit,
yeah,
even if I paid for that, that would still save me more money than buying my own place.
yeah,
And at the end of the day, like I said, me and my brother are talking about getting property up north. We're talking about like 40 plus acres is what we want.
holy shit.
And me, like I'm thinking like somebody who's completely obsessed with the gym. So like I'm not only would I like a barn for the tractor and all that heavy equipment stuff that we're gonna need up there, but and then also like a little like a house big enough for me, my brother, and my parents and our significant others.
Yeah.
But also I would like a barn that's a gym.
Oh. So now this is in your this is in like your forever home kind of thing.
Well, that's the property up north.
Oh, what?
That would be the property up north.
So you want to have a gym up north?
Yeah. So then when I go up north, I can still work out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but no, that's the property. That's the hunting property.
I was gonna say like 40 acres. That's gotta be like hunting property.
Yeah,
right?
it would be a hunting property.
Okay.
Yeah, but I would probably go up there like every other weekend or some shit like that.
Okay.
Just because like that would be my place to get up.
That's
get
your
the
safe
fuck away. Like I've had times where people are just like, "Why aren't you using your PTO?" But like, I have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
But then I'm just thinking, all right, I have that. I need to use PTO. All right, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Right.
But as far as like my forever home, especially if I don't take over my parents' house or say I get a significant other who wants to move somewhere else.
Yeah.
My idea right now is like farmland more so.
Yeah.
So I'm not that country. I have a little bit of country in me, but I'm not that country. But like, would I love a horse? Sure. But more so, I would like to turn my garage into a shop of some sort, just to do crafts and build shit or whatever, work on my trucks or whatever.
All right.
And then I would like to turn the barn, like have a barn, to where I can have like a home gym there yet too.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I mean, one thing's for sure. I mean, besides having a house, I would love to have like a little cabin.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or not even like a little cabin, but like,
Yeah.
you know, just a nice little vacation place, maybe on the water, by the water.
Yeah.
So that way I can, you know, go fishing and, you know, the kids, you know, whenever that may be, can go swimming and everything like that. And it's got that, you know, you can go there for 4th of July. Cause I can definitely tell you like, you know, going up to Atlanta, Michigan, and visiting my grandparents or going with my grandparents before they retired up there. And we would go up there for 4th of July and we would go snowmobiling and go ice fishing up there and everything. And it was it was an absolute joy.
I agree.
You know, and that was just kind of like a highlight of my childhood to where, you know, I would love to have that. Now, granted, my ex and I, we used to talk about that a lot because she wanted something like that. And it kind of hit me. And I'm like, you know what? You know, if I had enough money to do that, I would so love to do that to where getting a little vacation spot and to where you can go for a weekend and just be with nature and have those different types of memories.
Yeah.
Absolutely love that.
Yeah. And like you were saying, like having that memory, like my brother's buddies, parents, they owned or not property, but like a little home on the water. It was in a little neighborhood. And they let us stay there a couple of years. Not a couple of years, but a couple times, 2 years.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun. We took the dogs up there. and we took the boat up there, and it was so cool.
Right.
And then there was a couple times for that buddy's bachelor party, we went up to their hunting property. We went up to their 40 acres. And I was looking out there. I was like, this is what I want. Like,
Yeah.
I want not only the 40 acres for hunting, but also just like the privacy. It's so nice. It's so calming. They had a big barn with all the garage or all the all like the tractors and whatnot that they needed to maintain the land. And they had a nice space where they just do a bunch of shooting at, just like to practice or skeet shooting or whatever. And I was like, this is what I want. This is the property I want one day. And me and my brother were having the same mindset. We were just like, we want this one day. I was like, all right, let's do it.
And going half on it and everything.
Yeah.
I dig it.
And even so, like you were talking about getting a cabin. Like that sounds nice too.
Yeah.
And even if it was an exchange where it's like, all right, you want to go hunt down the property? Go ahead, go hunt down the property. Can I go to the cabin? It would be that same situation.
I dig it. Yeah, well, I mean, when the time comes, we'll definitely have to have that conversation for sure. Yeah. Whereas like, I always looked at it to where like my bachelor party, like it's not going to be, a fucking party bus and fucking strip clubs and shit. It's literally going to be all of my boys, all of my, my brothers and like just everybody that has shaped me and has molded me into the person that I am today, or whenever that may be, the time comes.
Yeah.
Figured having a bachelor party, having a boat to where, or boats to where people can get on. We go on this like lake, right? We either, can rent a cabin through Airbnb or whatever. And we stay there for a weekend and we go on the boats on this lake and we just party. We fucking grill. We sit by the campfire.
Yeah.
We sip bourbon, whatever, whiskey, beer, and just shoot the shit and just enjoy each other's company.
Yeah.
That is literally the best weekend that I have come up with in my mind. That would be a badass, like fucking like bachelor party.
Yeah.
And just party and just have a good ass time.
Yeah. Honestly, that was one of the weird things about my brother's buddy's bachelor party. Like when he said he wanted to just do it on the property, I was like, really? That's it? You don't want to like go to clubs or nothing? Like that was the first bachelor party I've ever been to because I was old enough to.
Yeah.
And no, I mean, they had a great time. Like I had a great time. We were just hanging out, getting fucked up on the property.
Exactly.
We went off-roading a couple times. Probably shouldn't have done that because we were really fucked up when we did it.
Right.
We went to a couple of restaurants that they love up there. It was great. It was a great time. Sometimes doing less is better.
Yeah.
And it's great. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, all in all, it's it's simple. It's simpleness. You don't have to go to a strip club. Like I've already been there, done that, gotten the t-shirt in hand. I went my 21st birthday.
I still haven't been there yet.
Yeah, I went to Deja Vu in Ypsilanti, and it was a riot. It was a riot. We were there till about 4 a.m. or so. I got back home, and it was like 5 a.m. or so. And yeah, I mean that was for my 21st, and that was fucking awesome. I had a VIP and had 2 cougars in the same like room at once, and good God, that was awesome. Nice. I mean, oh my God, it was so funny because we get there, and of course, and it was an all nude bar, nice. Right? It was an all nude strip club, nice. And you can drink there. Yeah, it's just I think it's just the rules. So there was a bar
thing.
Yeah,
you get too drunk, you do stupid shit to the strippers or whatever.
Exactly, and especially all nude strippers. So we went to the bar across the street, had a couple of beers and stuff like that. Came back, they let us back in, and then they had me get up on stage, and all the strippers lined up. And each one like would do something to me. Like one would just wham, just sit on me, and I'm like, oh my God. And granted, my hands are behind my back the whole time, right?
Yeah, but you probably had a stiffy at that point. So you're like,
Oh,
damn it.
No, this girl sat so hard on my lap to where it damn near crushed my nuts.
Would have been worse if you had a stiffy.
Oh my God, yeah.
So
But
at that point,
it was just, I mean, it was
just
fun.
broken.
It was fun. And then the DJ goes, "Oh no, you're not done yet. You got to work for it." I was like, "Son of a
Like,
bitch."
she just
So
broke my balls.
one of the strippers sat in the chair that I was sitting in, and I had to pull out my inner magic mic.
Oh God.
Yeah. And
Is
it
it
was
sad? I kind of wish there was a video to watch.
I know. But it was like the guys that I went with, they were hysterically laughing.
Oh, I bet.
And I ended up taking that stripper to the VIP, and it was cool. I got to know a little bit about her, and it was cool.
She really wanted to be a lawyer. No, I'm just kidding.
I forget what she wanted to be. I forget what it was, but she was a college student.
Yeah. I do find it kind of silly, like in like stories you hear about strippers who want to be like a big time lawyer or some shit. Like,
Yeah, I mean, you got to
What?
make your money somehow.
yeah, but that's not the way to do it if you're gonna be a lawyer. But who am I to judge?
Exactly. So but yeah, it was a fun time. The guys that I went with, two of the guys that I went with, they were competing to see who would get this. I think she was a redhead. To try and get this redhead stripper's number by the end of the night. So they were literally spending a shit ton of money in these VIP rooms
Mm-hmm.
to try and get her number.
Nice.
It was ridiculous.
You know, they charge by the song usually and stuff like that.
Yeah. So and also they were charged by like they would say, all right, it's 20 for topless, and then it was like 40 or 60 for like fully nude.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was nuts. So, but that was interesting. But yeah, I mean, it was a memory that I will never ever forget. I love telling the story because nobody really believes me when I say it, and then I show them the picture of when. So none of the girls' faces are shown; they're all bent over and stuff. Like they're all showing their asses. And
Why haven't I seen this picture?
hold on. So, but then my face is like. So it's really funny. Like I just have the O face kind of thing going on, and so hold on, let me look this up here.
Nice.
But yeah, it's a funny photo. Yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
Nice.
So, but that was a riot.
His face was like,
Yeah. 20 years of age, a young boy becoming a man. But yeah, it was funny. And then when the two veterans, quote unquote, they were cougars pretty much, or like MILFs or whatever you want to call them. The one was like they were trying to get me into like one of the rooms and stuff like that, and the girl goes, "Oh, she owes me." I was like, "What do you mean she owes you?" She's like, "She owes me." So we went into the VIP room, and no shit, this girl I'm like laid back, right? So I'm like this, like just kind of like slanted, on an angle.
Yeah.
And this girl is laid right across me, like right on top of me.
Nice.
Right. And the other stripper is just going downtown on this chick. It was insane, dude.
Nice.
Insane. So, I mean, it was nuts. It was crazy. And at 21 years of age, it was a night that I will never forget.
Yeah.
And of course, when we tried to leave,
Mm-hmm.
these two cougars are like, "Oh no, wait, don't go. We want to take you to another room. We want to show.
We want more money.
Yeah, we want to, do this with you." And I'm like, ladies.
I don't have any money.
No, it wasn't even that. It wasn't even that. It was like, ladies, listen, we got to get home. It's 4:00 in the morning. We have to be home. And they're like, "No, please don't go," and everything. And they're like, they're literally trying to like pull me, and I'm like, "Oh my God!" like little Matt Jr. here is like, come
Yeah.
on, let's go.
We got to pull you on a dolly. Get you the fuck out of there.
Right, literally. So, but I mean, it was a blast. It was an absolute blast. I mean, the fact that we had that moment, and especially the fact that I had those certain memories, it was a fun ass time. So,
Nice.
but I mean, that was the one and only time that I've been to a strip club.
Mhm.
So, and
Yeah. I've never been to a strip club. I don't know if I care to go at this point.
yeah,
I'm sure it's its own experience.
would
Don't
I
get me
go?
wrong.
I look at it like this: if it's for a bachelor party or like some type of, I don't know, guys' night out, or I don't even know, dude.
Yeah. Well, the problem with guys' night now is that most of our guy friends are in relationships.
Correct.
So they're not gonna be allowed to go.
Correct. And I look at it like this too. And most of my friends are in relationships, so like there's no way that would happen. And few of them are married and stuff like that. So it's
Mhm.
like if there was a bachelor party that involved a strip club, I would go.
Yeah.
But it would be. I feel like back in my early 20s, 21,
Mm-hmm.
it was a coming of age moment.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So, but I mean, with that, I mean, as a 26-year-old guy now, like it's more like, would I go and still enjoy myself? Sure, absolutely, but it would be a different circumstance
Yeah.
for sure. So,
I think I've always been the same kind of person when it comes to like clubs of any sort. Just like I'm always mistaken for the security guard.
yeah,
Sometimes just because I'm not only because I'm big, but because like I kind of just stand there, all chill and calm.
yeah.
So
So you bring that intimidation factor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, that was I think my favorite story to tell. There was this one time. It was early in the night too, so I found it even more hilarious. I'm just standing there minding my own business. This girl starts like grinding up on me. She's dancing on me.
And this is at a bar?
It was like a club, like a little nightclub.
Okay.
And
Where at?
I forget.
Okay.
Probably Detroit somewhere.
Yeah.
And she's dancing on me, grinding on me. I'm just like, this is weird, but I'm enjoying it. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. Her friends look at me like I'm some creep, like I'm fucked up or some shit. And they grab her friend, turn her around. She looks at me and goes, I thought you were the wall. Jesus fucking Christ.
I thought you were the wall.
She thought I was the fucking wall. And I was like, okay. And she's like her friends were disgusted with me.
Oh,
but she looks at me and goes, I'm sorry. And I'm like, it's fine.
Oh,
Whatever. So, but yeah. That was
I'm highly stimulated right now. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
I didn't know what to say after that. I was just all right, whatever.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
So
I can't.
That was too much for me at that point. I was like, okay, it's early in the night. Are you really that fucked up that you thought I was the fucking wall?
Hey, pre-game's a bitch.
Apparently.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, dude, thanks for coming and getting on the podcast and recording.
How long have we been here?
We have been recording. Hold on, let me put my glasses on. You know I'm getting old when I'm gonna put my glasses on.
I got contacts in.
I know. We've been recording for about almost 2.5 hours.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, not that bad. Not that bad. I think when my buddy Robert came, and I hadn't seen the guy in 8 years. Right?
Yeah.
We recorded for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Right. And it was kind of something like this, but we were just talking about whatever. But yeah, oh my god.
I do have a question though that I've been meaning to ask you.
Yeah.
At the beginning, you said I was like a countryman. Like, I'm kind of curious what you meant by that.
Well, I mean, you got. Oh, well, it says beer season, not deer season, but
Yeah.
more
Well, I
like.
bought that on purpose.
No, meaning like, you wear camo, you drive a truck, and you're very, and it's all, red, white, and blue, and you just give off that country vibe.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like you're wearing the what was that?
Grunt style.
Yeah, the grunt style T-shirt, which most country people wear.
Yeah.
I got one.
I mean, we were at a country bar, so
Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah.
But you are country, but you're not totally country.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But yeah, you just give off that country boy vibe.
Yeah, I can see
That's
that.
all.
I can see that a little bit.
Yeah, and you just do.
Yeah.
Whereas like with me, like I got different styles
Yeah.
to where I can go country, or I can go rock and roll, or I can
Yeah.
dress preppy. And
I grew up on Hood for the most part.
really,
Yeah.
you grew up on Hood?
Yeah, like Eminem, Lil Wayne, 50
Oh.
Cent, shit like that.
No shit.
Yeah. So
And now all you like I swear to God, every time I get in your truck, you're playing country.
it's just
You just
simple.
grew out of the Hood part of it.
No. I'm not. I don't know. I'll do like a lot of that music still. I still listen to Eminem all the time. Like
Oh, who doesn't?
he's classic.
Especially if you're from Detroit.
Yeah. And I don't know. I go back and forth between country, rock, hip hop, rap, R&B. I'm a wide variety of music type.
Well, good.
I mean, shit, you've heard me play some Viking music every once in a
Yeah,
while.
that is true. That is very true.
I definitely have a wide variety of music tastes. So
yeah.
But
well, dude, again, thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
I know it was kind of like last minute, and kind of like hey, let's leave this bar and start recording some shit. Let's tell some stories and shit. But it's an absolute great time, and always a pleasure to have you on. Last episode was cool. This episode definitely was cool, and got to tell some stories that we didn't get to talk about, and have good conversation that we kind of were skimming in the first episode, but this one definitely meant a whole lot.
Mhm.
So and more episodes to come.
Yeah.
So thanks, dude.
Thanks for having me.